Welcome everyone to a night out on the DL. We are on session 50, the 50, the half centennial mark, ladies and gentlemen. Excellent. Silence is what I was hoping for. There are no claps,
Nice.
no woos, no, none of those. Yes, of course.
Muted woos.
Yes. BigYin, take it away with a recap from you, if you could, good sir.
We end up leaving the Earth Cult base because, well, we can't get through that magic barrier, which is some bullshit. We go talk to Denthar, and he kind of tells us a little more about the Black Earth Cult, that they're uber secretive, like more secretive than most of the other cults. So we bust out our magic boat for the first time and go downstream. This brings up a real possible chance that we're going to get caught by the water cultists, but thanks to a wee bit of disguise and some fast talking, we got past those guys without too much hard work. We get back downstream and head to the Barge Right. The Barge Right Tavern. We kind of set up there, and it's a lot of RP. We're kind of just set up in Barge Right, and there's some stuff with talking to demons and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. There's some consulting with Garfield about the situation, consulting with a bunch of other people about the situation. And our session kind of ends as we kind of make our way back to the necromancer who lives below Lance Rock. And we kind of explain to him everything that's happened and ask him for information. And we kind of freak him out with the fact that, oh, wait, the BigYin has a demon in his head, a demon talking to him, and maybe a couple other of us do. And he's kind of freaked out by the whole thing because he's led a pretty quiet existence, not trying to get noticed. So this whole thing with necromancy and cultists seems to be getting a lot bigger and a lot deeper. And to borrow a phrase, it's starting to get a little heavy. And it's kind of interesting. There's a lot of stuff, guys.
Cool. So you guys are currently hanging out outside of Garfield's spot. You knocked, and with that knock, you heard a loud thunderous boom with the smell of sulfur coming out of his space. After a couple,
red larch right now. Am
Yeah.
I supposed to be seeing that?
Yeah, because we're outside of Garfield's house.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right.
Ulrich basically dragged the group there.
Cool.
That's pretty much That's pretty much exactly what happened. Yeah. So you guys are kind of chilling outside, just waiting for Garfield to open up. It's taking a lot longer than is pretty standard for Garfield to open this door. After, we'll say 2 minutes, you don't hear anything. 2 minutes? Or however long you feel like you'd wait before you knock again, I guess.
After like 20 seconds.
Yeah. So are you knocking again?
Yeah.
Cool. Are you calling out his name into the night? It is it is late at night at this point.
Knock again. Garfield. Hey, buddy, I'm here to make a deal. I hear you do deals. I look at the rest of the group. All right.
Wow, this is wild.
Cool. So as you do that, you open the door, and as you open the door opens for you. Sorry, and you feel a magical hand. It's what it feels like, a large hand, kind of pull you guys into the room.
Do I see anything?
No, it's just complete dark. It's there's like nothing you can see, but it just feels like it feels like you're getting sucked in via like some kind of tension as soon as that door opens up and you get sucked into that room. Almost like an airlock, I guess, maybe is a good way to think about it. Like when you
is that what Garfield looks like? Shit, man, that is not what I expected.
So this is not what Garfield looks like normally. Normally guys are used to seeing a like 5'2"
like fucking god.
Yeah, it's like this guy looks like he's like 5'2", kind of hunched, and he's like, "Hey, what kind of deal can I make?" And that's the kind of standard what you expect from Garfield. As you kind of enter into this space, the room is vastly different. It's
Hope
much
not
larger.
Garfield.
It's much larger than you're used to seeing. There's also a stairwell at the center back of the room. That seems to descend further down, which you've never seen before. As well as furniture kind of all around the room. There's no mirrors at this time. No mirrors anywhere kind of in the space, which is different. The only other time you've seen this room look differently was when he had changed it to accommodate for this demon summoning you guys are trying to do. And as you guys kind of get pulled into the room from this stairwell, you see a large man walking from below up the stairs. This guy is roughly 10 and a half feet tall and a good 6 feet wide. Oh, my friends, it has been too long since I've seen you last.
What? It's been like a week, right? Listen.
Probably like a day.
Yeah.
It's
two.
It's been 6 days, 7 days, somewhere around that range.
It's been about a solid week.
We weren't in that place for like a week.
You were there for
We
3
weren't there
days. You were at the keep for 3 days. Because you guys slept.
We only slept once though.
We slept twice.
Slept twice, and then you had to take the
Yeah.
river down.
Yeah. All right.
And then that took a day. Stopped, took another day. Yeah, I think it's about 5 or 6 days. It's been about 5 or 6 days since you've seen him. And this is not the Garfield you are used to interacting with. This man is a mix of Fabio and Geralt of Rivia, but with brownish black hair, and just big and imposing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Have we met? I'm assuming you're Garfield, but I hate making assumptions.
Yes, sorry. This is the form I take when I'm doing research into dark and evil deities that you guys have asked me to. All of my books are in this size, if that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, wouldn't it make sense to shrink your books? So
Listen,
whatever. It doesn't matter.
I don't disagree, but that's what the books are. I don't know. Yes, you wanted to make a deal, Ulrich. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
What kind of deal can I help you with?
Well, and I come back and I grab BigYin by, I guess, like a belt loop if he has one. I would say the shoulder, but there's no way I can get his shoulder.
Maybe by his pant, the top of his pants. You're you're kind of just pulling it.
And I'm like,
I'd like to resist that actually.
I mean, I'm not gonna pull his pants off.
I'd
or
like to
anything
dig in my
that.
heels.
Okay,
which is fine. As
No,
soon
I'm
as he
kidding.
resists, I let go.
I'm kidding. I'm following.
Yeah,
I was gonna have a funny strength or athletics check, and if BigYin rolled a nat 1, you rolled a nat 20, I was gonna have his pants just come off.
No, he wouldn't. Ulrich wouldn't do that.
No, it would just be like an accidental oh shit, these were loose sort of thing.
I'm also wearing a kilt, not pants.
Even better. You come off. You'd have come off with a
I'm
skirt.
not even wearing pants.
It's true.
Lando never wears pants, so it's not a change.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So this guy has a demon in his head.
Interesting.
And we need to get him out.
How long has he been there, Lando? Or sorry, BigYin. That's on me. That's not Garfield. That was a demon.
Oh. Well, maybe I believe he took root the last time we were here when we brought the possessed artifacts to you, the possessed table leg to you, and I touched it, and I thought I dispelled the thing, but apparently I did not. And every other time I tried to dispel him, he just sat there and laughed at me, that cheeky bastard. And I'm not sure I can get him out anymore.
Ulrich's looking at you now
maybe
incredulously.
2 weeks? 14 days?
So a week is 10 days in this world.
Oh.
So, It might be.
Yeah.
It might be. Yeah. It might. 14 days might actually be fairly accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ulrich
I was
just
gonna
looking
say
at you
about
like,
14 days.
what? 14 days?
Didn't they want to worry you?
Jesus Christ.
What?
To be fair,
They-
Warren, you've had the demon in your head for just as long.
Well, I'm not aware of it.
Yeah, sure, but I'm just letting you know, like,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
a lot
sure.
of character I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think character I know.
Take it to you. Sorry, I just wanted to
I
make
mean,
sure
yeah,
that
it's all-
that the player understood that it happened at the
Oh,
same
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd say roughly around 14 days.
So we're here to make a deal, get it out.
Garfield kind of like strokes his beard, and he kind of sits there, and he's like, 14 days, you say? Well, you got two options here, and I don't think you'll like either of them.
Try me.
One, we kill BigYin,
Mm.
and then the demon will inhabit his body, and then we kill the demon in his body. That's one. Two, I pull BigYin's soul from his body, put it into another vessel.
All right. All
Then
right.
we kill the demon. But depending on the state of the body, I may not be able to put that soul back in the body.
What you're saying is we can put his soul in this clay dog we got.
Oh no. He looks at Frank, and he looks at Lando, and he looks at the rest of you guys, and he's like, you would put a human soul into Frank the clay dog
I
that
point
is
out
currently
I'm not human.
humanoid.
And you-
Sorry, humanoid.
Very often not humanoid.
Frank has a soul though.
Frank does have a soul. He just doesn't have enough
No,
power.
you're right.
I mean,
You're
listen,
right.
the way that this would work if we were put it inside Frank is we'd be feeding BigYin's soul into Frank's soul, making
Would
Frank more
get
powerful.
bigger? All right, that's good, right? I like look over.
Yes, Frank would get bigger, maybe take on some druidic properties, perhaps.
Now, what would happen when we pull out the druid soul after that? Would he stay more powerful?
No, the issue there is since they've already coalesced and mixed, that would no longer be BigYin. I would have to make another vessel.
Well, this ain't much of a deal. What the hell? I thought you were the deal-making man.
I'm just telling you, those are the two options we have if the dispel magic he's been trying, and it's been there for, just to confirm, 14 days?
Well, that's new
Possibly.
information to me.
We may
Admit
be
it.
too far gone. Had you come to me with this 2 or 3 days in, easy. This is simple deal kind of thing I can do. 14 days is something different altogether.
Yeah, it's
Is it?
2 weeks.
I actually don't think it's been 14, I think it's been 10. Just,
Oh, okay.
just so we're all clear, but it's still like way past the point that he's like that you guys think he feels like he could do something without doing this.
See, this is why you don't mess with magic. This is what I've been telling y'all.
The third, and it's not even something that I can do, but
Alright,
something that
here we go.
BigYin can do. Now, this might sound weird, BigYin.
Mm.
I guess there's two options in that option 3, which is option 3A and option 3B. 3A, you accept whatever deal he's making for you.
No,
He will then-
fan.
Understood. That totally makes sense. Option 3B, you beat him.
Eh? What you mean?
When he's in your mind,
Aye.
he brings you to certain situations, I'm guessing, no?
Mm,
Perhaps situations you'd rather not see?
aye, yes.
within those points, has he talked to you? This demon, he or she or genderless being.
Aye. I've told him to fuck off every time.
Perhaps have a battle of wits.
Hmm.
There's something to be gained or lost depending on if you lose.
That's a fair point.
So there's a few things you can do, BigYin, that doesn't require me per se. And then I don't. Nope, not going to tell you about the last option. But the two options that I gave you at first are the things that I personally, as Garfield, can do.
What would be option 3C?
This is more of an option 4.
Oh, option 4 then.
You dive down to hell and kill him.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Right, where is the portal? I've got a wee bit of a dive to do.
Do you know his name?
No, I'll just go slaughter every bastard I see.
He just looks
Well, I
to you
mean,
guys, the rest
if we're
of you
gonna
guys.
be doing that, we might as well kill you and then just kill the demon. Like, just cut out the middleman, because I have a feeling as soon as you go down there, you're dead.
That's a fair point. So actually, just a bit of table talk. I have no problem doing like a offline battle of wits kind of thing, so you guys don't have to deal with that. Or if the party decides you want to do option A, kill me and then kill the demon, I'm kind of fine with that too. I think it'd be, I'm happy rolling another character sheet. So whatever you guys want to do.
Or there's another door here. You guys just leave it alone.
I mean, Ulrich is definitely not comfortable killing you.
Yeah, I don't think many people are
I
comfortable
go
killing
for
you.
option A.
You would, you dirty Seahawks fan.
All right.
You
So far, we
fuckwire.
got one for not killing and one for killing.
You got 2 for not killing. Elwarin is also not a fan of killing you.
No,
Okay.
I like the BigYin. I think it's fun, but
I mean, what kind of character decision would that be when you just like turn around to your buddies, be like, "Hey, you decide whether I live or not"? Like, that doesn't make sense to me.
no. As a character, it's not a good decision. I'm just saying, if the party has an opinion, speak now.
Yeah, but we can't make that choice for your character. That's all I'm saying. Like, your character would not decide that the party just decides to kill him. I don't think so.
And also,
No,
in character,
not.
Ulrich would be like, nah,
Oh, yeah.
we're not killing a dude.
I also don't think my character's family would be okay with me just making that choice.
He gets back.
Your family.
Yeah, he
not
gets back.
you.
So what happened to BigYin? We had to put him down.
Quite unfortunate.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate, honestly.
He was too big of a man.
He got rabies.
he got demon rabies in him.
Demon
Right.
syphilis.
So I'll just kind of stop and think and be like, right, well, that's actually rather helpful. Appreciated there, Ulrich. Not Ulrich. Appreciated there, Garfield. Greatly appreciated that wee bit of information. I hadn't really thought about the Battle of Wits. Admittedly, I'm not exactly the smartest thing out there.
I know.
But a bit. He just looks at Garfield and tilts his head. It's like, I walked into that one.
Yes, you did. Listen, if you lob them up like that, I have to knock it out of the forest, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get the point. Right. Well,
Well, I have a question.
Sure.
So since we'll be sticking around this guy, what's the worst? Yeah, I mean, you have probably more experience with demon inside of people than we are. But
A bright smile shines on his face as you say more experience.
What could be what can we expect could happen if this demon stays inside of BigYin?
Typically one of two things. It really depends on how interested the demon is on taking over BigYin's body forcefully. If he's very interested and BigYin loses on the quote-unquote Battle of Wits. Battle of Wits is obviously just a generic term of just fighting him of some sort in your mind. Could be Battle of Wits, could be some kind of combat. That's just a turn of phrase. Don't make it seem like it has to be a Battle of Wits. Just for reference, I think you lose that for most people. But he could become that demon's host or that devil's host in this world for a period of time. gaining additional powers as the connection between him and that demon grows stronger. That's one thing. 2, BigYin wins, defeats us in the Battle of Wits, and he no longer hears the voice. Or, if he is truly a master of his own mind, might be able to trap that demon and force him to sign a contract that requires the demon give him information for living, as you might say, rent-free in his head. And the other thing you had asked me to work on, finding out how to say, open up that door, get that name. Haven't found the elemental's name yet. However, I've stumbled across many different places where elemental names have seemed to be burned out. They seem to be fully removed from the historical books. However, I have come across languages that these primordial beings may have taught and brought to this world. So it might be useful for you all to look into the primordial languages.
That's a fair point.
Because these elementals wouldn't speak common, right? They would speak whatever primordial language they would have brought with them into this world. So that might be the answer that you're looking for. But I will keep doing what I can to find that information out for you regarding the name of that elemental evil. That is, as I said, free of charge. Because I need these guys as quickly dead as possible as you do, I'm sure.
We can agree on that.
I mean, I hope that was free of charge. You didn't do anything.
So what he's trying to say is, like, when he gets the information, he won't charge you for that information.
Oh, I see. The information that he gave us, what he was saying, was free of charge.
Yeah, no, so he means, like, when he finds what the name is, he won't charge you for it like he usually would.
Well, all right. Now we got now here's the problem. All right. Well, thank you, Garfield. I appreciate it.
One more
Useful as
thing.
always.
One more thing.
Yep.
There will be a market in the town just next door to where I am tomorrow. They have these once a 10-day. Might be fun for you guys to kind of see what the town offers. If you're interested in not being hyper fixated on this, perhaps, as I should say.
Well, sounds interesting, but considering most of the town's probably cultists or taken over by demons, might be a hard pass for me.
Could be a good way of finding out who is possessed and who isn't.
Yeah,
That's all.
I
That's all.
suppose.
Just information. Take with it what you will. You will always be able to find Grund and his amazing pickles.
Right.
There's a man that makes amazing pickles.
Yes, his name
Why
is
are they
Grund.
Why are they amazing?
He's got a very interesting pickling recipe. I'll let you find out for yourself.
Insight check.
Sure.
First roll of the night.
Should go well.
Hasn't happened yet from my screen.
No, still waiting.
What?
Oh,
Seems to be telling you the truth. You think that this man may never lie to you ever. You're not quite sure. Insight,
While they're
baby.
talking about pickles, Ulrich's gonna leave.
Sure. We'll just keep you on this map for now. But
This man's useless.
sure.
The hell?
Didn't give you any
Ulrich,
information at all. You're 100%
And
correct.
Lando, like, puzzledly kind of looks at him, bows, and says, "Thank you," and walks out.
Oh, I walk out? Are you telling me what
No,
I should do?
I do. Sorry, I meant me.
Oh.
I don't know why I keep saying your name when I'm thinking about the BigYin.
Maybe
You're
that's the
just
character
mad.
you actually want to be playing, dude.
Yeah. It's just, that's why you put that point in there that one time, and
You know
that's
what?
who you really
That's
wanted
it.
to be.
I think I'm jealous. I think I really just want to be a kind of angry,
we should
belligerent dwarf warrior.
just all re-roll as barbarians.
You guys could. There's so many different
Yes.
barbarian classes. It's definitely
How
possible.
would we fucking? Can any of them heal?
We don't need to
You
heal
don't
with
need
the
to heal
amount of
if you
health
just.
we have.
Hey, you don't need to heal if you just kill them fast enough.
Yeah.
Just don't take
Alright.
damage, and we're good.
Yeah. Hopefully, they don't have magical weapons to wreck you guys, and it's fine.
You start raging at each other.
Maybe.
A rage competition.
Yeah.
Rage the longest.
Cool. Yeah. So you guys all leaving Garfield space?
Yeah, seems that way.
I mean,
Okay,
we're still
cool.
in town, so if we ever
Yeah,
need anything else,
and
Yeah.
like I've said, it is literally 2 a.m.
so we should go get some rest.
If you want, you don't have to.
No, I want to.
Get some shut eye.
Cool. Yeah, swinging swords always.
Mhm.
Always.
What did they say?
available.
Nothing good happens after 2 a.m. So
Witching hour.
I mean, maybe.
Do the swinging sword.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys head in. There's the regular nighttime person working the bar.
I'll walk up and inquire as to what our normal rooms will cost us and what we owe for our cart and horse.
Yes, the cart and horse. That'll be 5 silver for the cart and horse. For the time you guys have been out, and let's do 2 gold for all of you if you guys are sharing rooms.
Individual rooms or shared?
It would be shared. You'd have 1 set of 3 and 1 set of 2. 3 beds and 2 beds. That is.
I mean, I guess if that's all you got.
I mean, you can
pay.
obviously always pay the 1 gold a room if you'd like, as you usually do.
Yeah.
yeah,
Slap a gold on the table.
I'll do the
I'll
same.
pay I'll pay a gold and the 5 silver for the horse and cart.
Okay. Zanril, you got money?
Yeah, I got money. I'll pay a gold piece.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you guys all go to sleep to your rooms. Wake up the next morning. Do you guys take a full 8 hours of sleep and rest, or are you guys doing less than that?
Doesn't
I
really
don't-
matter to me, but I mean, it makes sense to get a full night's sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, full night rest is good.
I'm gonna drink a little.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you guys wake up and leave your rooms about 8 hours later. So it's roughly 10 a.m. Breakfast is, you guys can smell it in your rooms as it's been cooking for a couple hours now.
That definitely felt good. I don't think it's been a while since we slept until 10, so
This
I
is
feel
also
rested.
true. Yes, this is also true.
so I'm going downstairs with a smile on my face and just trying to grab some breakfast.
Cool. Having some tea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody's going down for breakfast?
Yep, I'll have tea as well.
So are you guys all heading down, or is it just like certain people? Because I gotta describe the space out as like people kind of.
I'm going to
Yeah.
be going over the Dwarven history book, trying to find information about anything that was brought up about primordials or anything like that.
There's
in this
nothing in
one.
there. Nothing in that one.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Sure there isn't, but
Sure. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, BigYin and Elwarin downstairs. Lando and Zanril, are you guys heading downstairs to smell breakfast?
Yep.
Sure.
Cool. All right. So yeah, as the 4 of you guys kind of rumble downstairs, the swinging sword seems to be full of people. There seem to be druids of a variety of different kinds, kind of all scattered around, as well as tradesmen. And this is abnormal, you could say.
Did you say druids of different kinds?
Yeah, you can tell based off of their clothing. None of them are wearing metal armor of any kind, and most of them have staves. And you guys just feel a druidic nature, especially Elwarin and BigYin. You guys just feel kind of druidic powers coming from the vast majority of the people in the room. And they're of different races: humans, elves, dwarves, orcs, goblins, etc. They're a multitude of different races. They're just happily eating, talking with each other.
Yeah, I think I might go go talk with them. They might be fun to talk to.
Okay.
Yeah. While I grab my tea at the bar, I guess
Mhm.
I'll just ask the barkeep what brings these folks into town. It seems to be a big group here today.
Yeah, so Kalisa's like, oh, welcome back, guys. Yeah, you haven't been in town in a while. Yeah, there's supposed to be this huge druid gathering up north from here. It's called the Circle of the Scarlet Moon. They're working on the Rite of the Wicker Giant. It's a ritual that's meant to restore the nature's balance in a troubled region, and as I'm sure you guys know, this has not been the best kind of area recently.
Yeah.
So yeah, so all these druids are here to come see this druid circle. Most of them haven't even heard of this circle before. It seems to be a new and upcoming circle, but the rite seems to be pretty popular.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm assuming BigYin's not next to me, so otherwise I would have leaned over.
Rite of the Wicker Giant.
Rite of the Wicker Giant, correct.
Interesting.
I guess our druid didn't know anything about this. He didn't mention it.
Huh.
It's the first I've heard of it.
Interesting.
BigYin goes and wanders off to go talk to them.
Sure. Lando and Zanril, what are you guys doing? Are you guys doing anything with that information? You don't have to. I'm just
No,
asking to see if you're doing
Just chilling, eating, and sipping tea.
anything. Cool.
I'm drinking, but you doing something similar?
Sure. Yeah, so you guys get massive amounts of bacon, sausage, bread, freshly like made hash browns, all the good stuff that usually you guys get from the swinging sword. BigYin, yeah, as you kind of wander to go talk to some of these fellow druids, you wander across the table of, you would say probably roughly. Oh, I have a map for this. I don't know. It's fine. We can live here. We can live in the theater of mind. You walk across this table. It's got about 4 people sitting at it. You see one wood elf. You actually see a Firbolg that you've never seen before. A human and a half elf, kind of all sitting at a table laughing. They all seem to be talking about stories from the different forests they've been to and kind of their travels. And you just kind of see excitement on all of their faces as you approach the table.
In the druidic, I'll walk up and say, "Well met,
They all
well met,
say-
brothers."
Yeah, they'll all say, "Hey, well met," and they'll clasp you on the back as they pull up a chair for you to sit down.
Right. So, what is this I hear of a Rite of the Wicker Giant? I've not heard of this before.
Yeah, so there's this really up and coming circle of druids called the Circle of the Scarlet Moon. This guy named Elizar, he's this like really powerful druid that found this supposed ancient ritual, this rite of the Wicker Giant that's supposed to bring balance to nature. And most of us haven't even heard of what that is, and the few of us that like say they do, just between you and me, we don't really believe that they've heard of it before. This is the first time most of us have been hearing about it. Yeah, it's supposed to be this like really famous and like really powerful spell and like really powerful ritual, and we're just all excited to see it. This guy's supposed to be a really powerful druid that's kind of up and coming.
Interesting.
Yeah, roll a quick history check for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Fucking A.
Yeah, so you've never heard of this dude.
Wait, yeah, no, I'm just. So I'll say, I'll like just kind of quickly flip to the channel just to Elwarin, and I'll just be like, "Hey, I feed him the information about the Circle of the Scarlet Moon and the name Elazar, and I'm like, ask your father." And then I'll just kind of look at the guy. I'll return to the guys and I'll say, so, whereabouts are you all from? I'm from, and I tell them where the Firbolg village, about the general area and the forest I'm from. And I'll say, where are you all from?
Yeah, so one of them is from the Scarlet Woods. One of them is from way, way, way down south, like further off the map that you've even heard of. and he kind of pulls out his map and he kind of just points to it. It's like way further down south from the high forest, like continuing going down. Like he's been taking like it's been a solid month of travel for him to get to this point here.
Okay.
And he was traveling up north, so like he was just traveling anyways. It wasn't like he was doing a month's worth of travel to come for this specific rite or anything like that.
Yeah. No,
He's kind of heard of it. Yeah, he's kind of heard of it. He's like, oh yeah, I should go, and then he kind of went from there. And then a few of them are from the north and from the east, closer to the. There, you find out the half elf is actually from Neverwinter, and the dwarf is from up north, near the Coldwood.
So, what have you heard about this Elazar? What can you tell me? I've never heard of the man, and I've spent most of my life in this area. I've been adventuring around recently, and I've not heard of this man, and I think I would.
He's just this really powerful druid that just kind of came up out of nowhere. People think that he may have found a new god to worship, and like he might be the only druid that worships this god, and so this god's just feeding him a ton of power. They're not really quite sure, but everybody's just really excited to see this rite. They've never even heard of the rite of the Wicker Giant, so it should be very exciting. I think this new god that he's been working with is helping him to bring about this balancing of nature.
Does the man have you heard if the man has any strange symbols about him, or does he have a particular symbol that he wears that
No,
he might be known by?
not at all. I mean, no, he's just a druid. He seems to wear pretty plain clothes, just like you or me. Like, and he looks so normal, but like he's got this charisma about him that just makes all of us want to go and listen and hear. And we've just been hearing rumors about him. Like, we just want to experience it in real life.
I don't know. Do any of you find it a wee bit suspicious? Maybe.
Of course, yeah. But I mean, look, I've never heard of a druid. We get each other, right? Druids, like, we can just tell, right? When you came and sat down with us, I knew you might been like a little, you maybe talk a little too much, and like it's just how it is, right? And like when you sat down with us, you kind of figured, yeah, this guy down south, he just really likes to walk, and he just really hates being at home with his family. And me, being from the Coldwood, it just, I was tired of being there, man. I'm just like really close to a bunch of fire giants, a lot of mountains up there. It's not great. The guy from Neverwinter, you could tell, he just doesn't want to be by the ocean anymore, right? Like we can just tell these things about each other. But like with rumors, it's so difficult to kind of figure out what's real and what's not. So we want to meet him and get a feel for him and kind of see, like, what is this guy actually about? Because if this Rite of the Wicker Giants is as amazing as it sounds, like, this whole new circle is going to be out of this world.
No, it's all very interesting.
Would you like to come with us?
I'm not exactly free to at the moment. I have and I'll just kind of hook a thumb over my shoulder, and I have some companions I travel with that we've been doing a wee bit of good, trying to help the people of the area.
I'm sure they could come. I mean, I'm sure this guy Eliezer could help you get an understanding of what's going on in this area. He's been here for a little bit, it seems.
Well, he may be worth talking to. I
Yeah.
thank you for your information.
Yeah, of
and
course,
the
brother.
Conversation.
Of course. And they kind of clasp you on the back, and they say, well, as always, my table is your table, your table is hopefully mine.
Can I get their names?
Sure. The dwarf's name is Daggerman, and he says, I used to be a mercenary. The elf is named Trey, Tre. The Fearbolg, he's got a weird Fearbolg name that he tells you. I don't really feel like saying it out loud because it's going to make me sound really, really racist. But he goes by the Long Finger, and you kind of look and you see his pinky is just exceedingly longer than the rest of his his right pinky is much longer than his left pinky. That's where he got the name from. The half elf's name is just generic Luke. There's something too crazy about him. His human side of the family named him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are the 4 people you're hanging out with.
All right, and it's like, oh, you can call me the BigYin, and
Will
I'll
do.
shake all their hands and go back to Elwarin.
Cool. Yeah, you get back to him. Everybody else is done with their breakfast, I'm guessing, at this point. Unless you guys got seconds, then obviously you can have more food.
Yeah, I'll come
Well,
down
what
with
do
my
you
book.
And I'll wave, and as soon as I see Ulrich, before I talk to Elwarin, I'll wave.
Yeah.
I'll wave Ulrich over.
Yeah, and Ulrich, as you were taking that time to kind of go through the book, it seems that this part of Dwarven history doesn't mention anything about primordials.
Sure. Yeah. Well, this is a bust. Can you get some pickles there? BigYin?
Not yet, but there seems to have been a wee bit of serendipitous information that we all should discuss.
Well, I
And
don't
I'll
believe in
relay.
serendipity.
I know, neither do I. And I'll relay the conversation I had with the dwarves. Not with the dwarves, with the
The
druids.
druids, yeah.
And I'll point out, didn't like something about this does not sit right with me. A wicked giant is not any normal druid thing that I was taught about. Wicked, you usually burn. If I remember, the humans have done of things like that. They like to burn giant wicked men, I've heard, to drive off evil spirits. Could also be seen as a sign of renewal, but it sounds suspect to me.
Roll a
Especially-
history check for me.
Come on, do me a favor.
I believe. Yeah,
Ooh.
nice.
Hey.
So yeah, so this rite still doesn't come to mind as you're kind of explaining it again to the group, but the burning of wickerite creatures has been a pretty familiar tradition for you and the druid people, but you've never heard of this rite of the wicker giant, right? Typically when you guys are burning wicker creations, it's like, you know, wicker baskets or wicker trees or other kind of nature-esque things.
Mm.
But you've never heard of burning, at least in a druidic style, burning something in a humanoid kind of
Yeah.
shape.
All right. So you're
So-
telling me a druid got a new god, found this fancy spell, and it's going to become all powerful?
I mean, I'm telling you because I didn't trust it at all.
Right.
And I think it might be something that helps us get additional information.
I mean, it sounds like a
I'm-
demon.
And we're not looking for demons.
Right. So I'm saying that I don't think it's going to help us.
I mean, not help us in the sense of like doing anything specific for us, but remember, there's a couple of cults we haven't talked to yet. And if this is one of them,
Well, it's just
Yeah.
one now, right? You've talked to the air, you've talked to the water, you talked to the earth. Now you're waiting for the fire, just for
Right.
reference. It's not just, it's a couple. I just want
Yeah.
to make sure that you knew it wasn't a couple. It was
No.
just literally one.
no, yeah, but it's like the point BigYin's trying to make is this. It's like if this is something we want to pursue, we can. We don't
Well, I mean,
necessarily need to, but
It,
it might be something
Ulrich's
worth looking
definitely
at.
down. He definitely wants to go kill a demon.
Right. Well, I'll go tell the druids that if they don't mind, we'll travel along with them.
I mean,
But-
I don't want to put the rest of the group at danger if we're going to go see a demon. You guys want to go kill a demon, or maybe a druid that's not actually a demon, but probably is a demon?
BigYin, I know you mentioned I should talk to my father about
Hey,
this,
what
but
did your father say?
I did not
There's
talk
no
to him.
response. There's no response when you pinged out to him.
Oh, I didn't ping him. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought you tried to ping him, and I was just going to say that
No.
he didn't respond when you tried to ping.
No, I was
Okay.
gonna tell BigYin that this might be a druid to druid conversation, and he should reach out to my father. But
Got it.
I guess we can skip that part since we know he's not going to be available.
I mean, maybe, right?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, at the moment that you were gonna call him during breakfast, at that like
Yeah.
time period, he wasn't free. Is what I was trying to say.
I would just advise BigYin to maybe talk to him since he can reach out to him as well.
Sure.
Maybe. Well, I'll see what these druids' travel plans are.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
I would still be interested to check out the market maybe. I know those pickets got me a little excited.
Oh, you're excited about the pickles, eh? Right. Well, let me go talk to the druids, and maybe we can do a wee bit of shopping. I'd certainly like to buy a few more potions, and we'll see what we can do.
Hey, Zanril,
Yep.
you're new here.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything about this wicker burning?
Roll a history check for me, Zanril.
Okay.
Something you're really good at.
Oh, am I? I know. I'm only good with charisma
I know.
stuff.
It's mostly a joke, yeah, because you've definitely hardcore min-master character.
Submit. Normal roll. Boop. Oh, 9.
Jeez.
Yeah. No, you've never heard of this before.
Yeah. I never heard of this before.
What's your take on all this? I want a fresh set of opinions. We've all been sort of embroiled in this whole mess.
Well, Garfield did say something about venturing out and exploring some places, so maybe we could get some clues in dealing with some demons in the head, you could say.
Yeah. It might be
maybe
good
we
to get
might-
some practice.
Yeah, or we might find someone powerful enough to expel something out of BigYin's head, you could say.
I like your thinking. You know, I've always had my questions about Garfield. They all these guys are like, oh, he's so powerful, and then I'm like, hey, get a demon out of him, and he's like, nah, I can't. Doesn't make any sense.
Probably has limitations.
Right?
This guy might not have limitations.
I'm super
or
powerful.
restrictions.
Whatever.
But yeah, I think this is a good opportunity, and if it's not, we could just book it.
I'm dying on the inside as you guys make fun of Garfield.
Like, Ulrich's always made fun
Yeah,
of Garfield.
I know. Just wanted to let you know, like, if you watch the recording, my face is just gonna be like in
The
tears.
one time Ulrich exposes himself to Garfield, and he's like, "Sorry, I can't help you." Well,
He literally walks in. I want to make a deal, and there's no deal. He's like, "What?"
He literally told you what the options were. He just said, like, you guys pick the options. Is all.
We did pick the options.
You guys said I pick a door. None of the above. And he's like, oh, that's fine. That's fine.
but none of the options were him doing anything.
What do you mean? He was pulling out the demon or pulling out BigYin's soul.
I suppose, yeah. We just didn't have a vessel.
He's like
He was gonna make a
incapable of
vessel.
putting the soul back into the body, which is kind of questionable. You know, he could take it out but not put it back in.
He just
I
said
think
depending
the
on how.
implication was that we would kill the body, and the body would not be in a position to
Yes.
host a soul.
Unless we had like a spell revivify or something, maybe.
Which is funny enough, a druid spell and a cleric spell, I think.
Yeah, we don't got one of them.
Maybe
the
we
guy
can
who
ask
was
one of the
doing it.
druids
Let's
to
go.
accompany us. You know, maybe they have a revivify spell to help us, so we could, you know, quickly kill BigYin and then revive him back.
I don't know. Like I said, you guys say that, right? I don't know if BigYin wants to die though.
Right,
Oh.
like that's the other thing is, you know, we'd have to kill BigYin, and that's a pretty big no-no.
Yeah, but if there's a druid around here, you know, gathered around with the spell revivify, maybe that could change the scenario a little bit.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'd imagine Ulrich and I and Zanril are having this conversation over like some pastries.
Yeah. Just eating at the breakfast table. You're having like some bacon and
Speculating.
sausage.
Yeah,
Bacon and sausage
exactly.
just coming in your mouth as you're like. So yeah, like if we find a druid, you should be able to like bring him back. It should be fine. And BigYin is just sitting there, just watching all of this happen. Y'all talking about him while he's sitting there, like
Right.
he's dead beat.
No,
Well,
I
yeah,
went off
'cause-
to the I went off
Oh,
to the
that's right.
druids to go talk to figure out what their travel arrangements were.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were still there. Sorry. I thought you were gonna do that after the market. Cool. All right. So yeah, you guys talking about that. Lando and Elwarin, are you guys popping in that conversation or doing another thing?
Nope, just sitting, listening in.
Okay. Lando.
Market
I'm not doing anything.
He's just drinking. Cool. That's fine. BigYin, yeah, BigYin.
Actually, no. I do want to refill my bags of rain beer. That's what I want to do.
Okay, I think you needed to fill one up.
I didn't drink any of them. I'm just thinking I need to like replenish because it's old beer now.
I mean, you drank one last night, and then you've been drinking this morning.
I didn't drink one last night.
I swear you said like as soon as you got it, you're gonna drink a beer
He
and go to
did.
sleep.
He did.
Oh well, I mean, I meant like that kind of drink of beer, but I want to refill my like portable bags with fresh beer.
Your wineskins, now known as beer skins. Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, no, my 3 bags of rain beer.
Yeah, you can do that with
That
3
are
silver.
the heaviest thing I own.
Maybe. Yeah, it's like a silver each. For that.
probably. He doesn't have armor.
Yeah, you're taking it
Your
out.
your weapons
have-
gotta be heavier.
No, I have them as 15.
15 pounds?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess
Holy shit! You're doing 15 pounds of beer. 1 second, I gotta redo the math there. That's like
I
at
ate
least.
3
That's at
bags
least.
of rain beer. So I was, you know, I don't know. I just picked a fucking weight. I didn't. The biggest thing before that was the hempen rope, but I lost that. And then.
You mean you used it?
all right.
You used the hempen rope.
Yeah, no, I lost it. Somebody cut it. And then okay, now it's my bedroll, which is 7, which doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever.
Yeah, so
My
your
reserve
3
bag.
bags of beer total might weigh 6 pounds total.
What? That's
2?
a lot of beer.
Yeah,
All right.
it's
That's
like
a good
it's a
night.
water skin. It's a water skin, man.
Yeah, but
So
Water skins get heavy with water.
Yeah, 1 liter is 1 kilogram, right?
Yeah, which is
A
roughly what I
kilogram's
was.
half a pound.
No, it's 2.5 pounds.
Kilograms are
Is like 2.25
bigger
or something
than
like that. Yeah.
a pound.
Yep. By a significant amount. It's over double.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I had it backwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
okay.
good.
Yeah. So it's roughly 2.25 per. I just rounded down to 2. So you're looking at 6 pounds for 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So you got 6 pounds worth of beer. That's definitely going to cost you a full gold. If you're refilling those because you're taking them out the shop, man. It's not part of your breakfast drink, dude.
Okay.
Solid gold. Cool. All right, BigYin. Yeah, you go talk to those druids. They say, yeah, you know, we're here for the day. Might check out that market, and then we'll probably head out tomorrow morning. You know, just take a rest for the day and just kind of relax. Is what they tell you, BigYin. That they'll be heading
Got
off
it.
in the morning to the new location. Seems to be up into the hills. You know, if they like pull out a map that they have.
Yeah, could they actually mark it on? I'll pull out my map and ask if they can mark it on my map.
Yeah, they just kind of point and they just kind of like point like we're here. They said they're gonna go up the large path for a bit and then head into the mountains, and then as they get into the mountains, they'll find out where it's supposed to be like a big open space in the mountains, so they're going to be doing this rite of the Wicker Giant ceremony.
Interesting. Okay. I'll go back and I'll pull out the map and I'll say, they're leaving tomorrow. They don't quite know where they're going, but they know that they're going along this path, and I'll indicate where they're going into the hills. And I'm like, this does feel a wee bit familiar, doesn't it? And I think we ought to bring the horse and cart with us to make travel a wee bit easier.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'll get limbered up. Maybe take a little stroll around the market. You know, get ready.
Yeah,
Oil
let's
up
go
the
shopping.
weapons.
That sounds good.
All right, shopping time. You guys head down to the market.
See if they got any good like demon capturing Utility tools.
Oh yeah, they've got the demon wand where you kind of whip your hand and voila, the demon's gone. Yeah, no, they don't have that.
I was thinking more like a
Wait,
net.
there isn't a sham wow for demons?
I mean, your body could be used as one, arguably.
Like Ulrich's backpack is just like
Random Nixon, yeah,
it's
random
just
shit.
covered in garbage.
I mean, it's garbage that you find use for. So like,
Right.
is it garbage? I don't know.
It's just clanging around.
Yeah,
like
just a lot of stuff.
Samwise Gamgee.
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly what I imagine Ulrich. He's just like an old version of Samwise Gamgee, but there's no Frodo, and he's just bitter now.
That's right.
And his wife and children are all dead, so this is where it's
Exactly.
his life right now. Where are my potatoes? Anyways, yeah, you guys head out. It's a lot of different stuff. And you guys see Garfield. He actually has a stall, in the marketplace. He's back to his like 5 foot kind of hunched over, like, ha ha, what can I do for you, gentlemen? Kind of self. And he's no longer the 10 foot by 6 foot large man. Yeah, there's a bunch of different places. You can see Grund. He's a half orc, large fellow, about actually taller than BigYin. He's almost close to 8 feet tall. And he was with Harbuck and the other guards when they met you guys at the quarry. For those of you that were there for that. He just is sitting. He's got a small stall. Well, small compared to him. Roughly like 3 feet by 2 feet wide stall. A bunch of different pickling stuff in there. It's not just regular like cucumber pickles. You've got radish. He's got carrots. He's got any kind of pickling you can think of and more. He's done a lot of experimentation. Then there's regular carts with regular food, regular items. You see all of the major townfolk shops. They haven't closed per se, but their main shopkeeps have come out and set up kind of a stall out here, like Garfield did. And you do notice that there's one space empty right here. And as you guys are kind of walking around, you kind of hear whispers, and they say, Valivoe still hasn't. Oh no, Valivoe still hasn't. And you guys make the educated guess after hearing enough of that, that Valivoe is no longer able to set up shop down there.
No longer able as in he's still not well, or no longer able like he's dead?
I assume we have to find out, right?
Yeah, you can find out. Or he just may not have money anymore to.
Well, if he's not able, that implies he's alive.
Sure, maybe.
Fair point.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm saying y'all haven't gone to check in on him.
The whispers would probably be
should-
something more along the lines of, I heard Valivoe is fucking dead.
Maybe, yeah. Nobody's seen Valivoe in 4 days. Like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, who knows? Because last time you guys literally left him at the Swinging Sword, said you'd be back in a day, and it's been 5 days since then.
Is that true?
Yeah. Y'all went off,
Oh, that's right. We teleported.
and his shop is still locked up.
That's right. Ulrich, with that, that's a good point. Ulrich will then like immediately like he forgot something and like run back to Valivoe's house.
Do you have the key?
No, not his place of business.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, you might want to give him this key back too.
well,
think-
okay, I'll go to Lando. Hey, Lando, can I get that key?
Oh man, why is everybody trying to take my keys?
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Lando's added it to the keychain he had of the other from the Sacred Stone Monastery. You guys now see 4 keys clinging on there.
Well, I realized we haven't told Valivoe we're alive.
Oh, do I still have his key?
Yes.
Yeah.
You do.
Oh, well, why do I have to give his key back?
Well, I think it would make
Are we
sense
trying
to
to-
relinquish
Are we
his
trying to get in?
place of business back to him. No.
I thought he doesn't he have his own key?
You have it. That's his.
Well, I thought I got like I got the spare key. Like what happened to his key?
that you have his key. There was never a spare key.
What kind of
Well, I
man
don't know what to tell you. I
who
don't know what
runs
to
a
tell you,
business
Lando.
only has one key?
You know, that's a good point. You know what? I'll go ask him if I find him. How about that? And if that's the only key, I'll come back and be like, we need a key, because. But you're right. You should have a spare. As a smart
The
business
thing is,
owner, he should have a key.
I think it's in our best interest to not give this key back to him. But if
The shop
he is a bad businessman and only has one key, then I will give it back to him.
All right, I'll go talk to him. If he doesn't have a second key, I'll come back.
Cool.
Sure.
He makes a good point. Unfortunately, Lando does make a good point that
Sure.
a reasonable businessman would have 2 keys.
Sure.
Yeah.
that's a good point. The point that we should keep the key doesn't make sense to me. Why would we keep a key to his shop? Like, there's no reason for us to have a key to someone else's shop.
hey, you never know when it could come in handy. I just thought of a great reason for this. So I didn't have one before, but now I do. So you're welcome.
But I mean, he also knows that we have a key. So if he's a smart businessman, he would just change locks afterwards. But that's a different story.
True. But I'm also thinking,
True.
you know, if we ever need to, you know, go back down into that hole again, then we're gonna need this key.
Right.
And if he does change his locks, then he changes his locks, and we'll find another way. But for the
And
time being, while we're
Ulrich-
still, you know, all culted up right now, we can keep the key. Boom.
Ulrich understands
there is
that
another
Lando
reason,
can
but-
be quite stubborn, so he's just not even going to try it.
Cool.
Like, unless there's an airtight reason to get the key, he's like, "Dang it! All right,
yeah, he's
not
like,
worth the effort."
he's like, that key is on that ring forever now. It's just how that key lives in Lando's rules now. It's just how it is. Cool. So we'll do, I guess, a quick little detour with Ulrich and then get back to the market. Unless you guys don't want to wait up for him as you guys do market shopping.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Ulrich, you guys remember you left him at the swinging sword?
Right. I'll run back to the swinging sword.
Yeah. Cleese is
I
in
like
there.
I like the concept of how we stayed at the swing store for a night.
He might be locked up in his room, right? Like, oh shit, the adventurers died, but like my basement's full of demons.
We just have a full night rest. We're like, oh,
Yeah.
rest, oh, nice day. Let's go to the market. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Love it.
I
like
knew I
said,
forgot to do something.
yeah, like I said, there are some plot threads y'all just never tied up, and you know, here we are.
Yeah, so I go to swinging sword and talk to the
Khaleesi.
proprietor, whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, Khaleesi.
Khaleesi's
All right.
like,
Morning. Hey.
hey, Ulrich, yeah, I just saw you
would-
guys leave. What brings you back?
Yeah. Would Valivoe happen to be here?
Oh.
Nah,
You didn't-
I don't like that.
Y'all didn't hear, did you?
No. We just got in last night.
That's right. So after you guys left and kind of dropped him off with us, all of his stuff got stolen.
Well, that's strange. Because
Like-
we had the key.
Everything was clean. That's what he said. Because he brought his spare key out that he had. He left it with me.
Boom.
Val was like, justice, vindication. Yes. Anyways. And yeah, we went over to his shop, and before I could even put the key into the lock, we saw the lock was broken,
Okay. All right.
and everything was stolen and gone. So he left.
Okay, well, that's okay. First of all, where'd he go? Did he tell you?
No, he packed up whatever he had in his room that they didn't seem to want, and he just left.
Did he walk like east or west or north?
I think he went south.
South. Okay. There's a lot to the south.
Yeah, that's why, like, it's... I didn't know what to say. Right? Like, he had just been kidnapped. You guys had just saved him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, like, as soon as you left, his shot, everything was gone.
Really not good that everything's gone.
No, really not. And, like, as like a purveyor of goods that's most of his money.
Well, yes, that reason, terrible thing. But now also someone has all that stuff.
Oh, I see where your head's at. Okay, yes, that's also bad. Yes, I was
Right,
just
like we both
yeah.
agree the other person's thing is also terrible.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Agreed. So yeah, so he still has the deed. He gave it to me and said I could handle it. If anybody wants to buy his shop, they're more than welcome to buy it. But yeah, it's really tragic, honestly.
How much you selling the shop for?
Well, he doesn't need the space anymore.
Yeah, but like,
What do you
how
mean?
much you selling it for?
Oh, that's your question. Sorry.
Yeah.
He said if you guys actually came and asked to give you guys a discount.
All right.
So he was asking for about 500 gold for that.
That's not bad.
No,
Not really
it's-
on the market for a shop right now.
Sure.
But
I mean, you could use it as just like a place to live if you don't want to stay here anymore. I would sorely miss your patronage. Don't get me wrong. Sorely miss your patronage. But
yeah, that's like 100 days of
free living.
proprietary.
Yeah, free living. So yeah, do with that what you will. I mean, his regular price is 750, but for you guys, he wanted to give you a discount because you saved him. You know that means a lot to us town folk, and yeah. So if you all want to buy that spot, it's up for your grabs for you guys for 500 gold.
Well, okay, sure. I'll think on it. Really not front of my mind right now. Appreciate the info.
Yeah.
Would you mind, since I guess you're the deed holder now,
Mm-hmm.
do you mind if I went in, maybe looked around for some clues as to what stole everything?
Just the table talk thing, but we have a key and we can do that on our own without,
Well, the lock's been busted.
Well, then.
Let's go in.
Yeah, that is not holding us back.
Yeah, she said.
Let's
She's,
have
yes.
a look around, right?
We can at least ask.
Yeah, so she explains to you like, yeah, after we found out like the lock was busted and broken into, we changed the locks, and after he left everything, we kind of locked it. I have a key, so the other key that you guys had won't work anymore.
I would hold on to that.
Yeah, yeah. So if you guys want to go check out the shop, I'm more than happy to come with you. I can have Iran take you guys. But yeah, we currently have two keys, like you do. You have a spare key just in case. But I don't know if I would feel comfortable giving a key to anybody right now since it's on the market. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Well, I'm gonna go talk to my guys.
Sure.
I'll probably be back.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure we'll see you guys tonight or something.
Look, if we don't come back, that's nothing on you. We're probably not dead. We probably just went somewhere.
I mean, I'll just keep charging y'all, putting on your tab for the cart and the horse, so it just kind of is what it is, right?
Yeah. Just letting you know, don't wait up.
Oh no, I won't. Y'all are adventurers, right? Like I don't. If y'all come back, you all come back. If you don't, I have a cart and a horse for free.
Yeah.
So, just how these things go. Hopefully, y'all come back, but yeah. And with that, your interaction's pretty much done. Cool. Yeah. So you head out. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go back to the market, whatever they're doing.
So while Ulrich is gone, you guys are kind of just chilling in the marketplace. Garfield kind of motions for y'all to come over. He's like, come on. Do you guys approach his stall?
Yeah.
He's like, all right, guys. I heard Valivoe's gone. So what that means is, yes, he's no longer setting up shop no more. Would you guys like to make a deal with me? As he puts on his merchant voice. I am now the one with the magic items in the world for this town. Would you guys be willing to buy things from me? Make a deal, perhaps, with money?
mean, if you mean we can buy things from you and pay with it money and don't have to give you blood for any deals, then maybe.
Yes, of course. I am a businessman. You pay with
Well,
me. You pay me money. You pay with me gold. It's really I can take either or.
What are you offering?
I got
What are you
potions.
selling?
I got a variety of potions for sale.
Ooh.
You guys in the market for some potions? Hmm?
Potions of
Oh.
speed.
Possibly if you have enough money.
Oh, well, I didn't.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us what potions you have and what you're asking for it? Then we'll see if we're interested.
Garfield's like, oh, my good lad, I have any potion you could imagine and more. They just may not be out on display, if that makes sense. So you can, what that means is you can just look up potions on the compendium. If you're bored, you can just type in potion. He's got the fairly standard like greater healing potion, regular potion of healing. He's got a few other darker looking potions you guys have never seen before. And yeah, he's got pretty much any potion under the sun. Or under the stall, if you will. That was a bad pun, I'm sorry.
I'll just ask him, how much you sell it? How many potions of healing do you have?
How many do you need, BigYin? How many could you need?
I think it's a matter of how, it's not so much need, it's how much you're willing to, how much you're going to charge me. I'm not made of money.
For you gentlemen with my vested interests, 35 gold apiece, I think, would be reasonable.
Those are for the basic ones, right?
Yes.
What about greater? What about the next level up?
Oh, the greater healing potions that will cost you 100 gold each.
Isn't there an intermediate one? There's like healing.
Greater is the
healing.
intermediate. There's superior
Really?
and like full healing of. It's wild.
Yeah, they double.
And he's selling me 35 each for the regulars.
Not that bad.
Y'all got money, so you're not the one who has to buy it. Other people have money here, dude.
That's true. Does anyone want to put anything in the kitty for collective healing potions for me to look after?
Or y'all could have one each or something like that, so you don't have to wait for BigYin to run over to you and pour a potion down your throat.
Well, I'll buy two. I'll buy 3 for me to carry on my person. So I'll hand out
135 gold.
135. No,
Is that right?
135.
Oh, sorry.
No,
It's 105. Sorry, 105.
Yeah, so I'll hand out 105.
Sorry, I was thinking you're buying 4 for some reason.
Yeah, so I'll remove that from my inventory, from my stuff, and give it and put it in my inventory.
And he's like, for you, Elwarin, would you like anything? See anything that sparks your intrigue, perhaps, Zanril?
Potion of speed.
Yeah, I have one of those. How much money you got, buddy? It's a pretty expensive potion that you're asking for.
I'll give you 10 gold.
Oh, you joker, you! Normally that retails for 1,000 gold pieces, but I like you guys, so I could probably offer it for 250.
I don't have that many.
Well, there's always the blood option.
But I already gave you my blood.
I can always use more, good sir. Always more.
I have a bloody gold tooth. Oh, actually, speaking of that, I was hoping that you were going to be able to shove that in my mouth.
He just looks at you now like utterly perplexed.
Shove it in.
At this point, I think this is when Ulrich is coming back. So Ulrich, you get back to the party as they're talking to Garfield at his stall, and you just hear Lando go, "That's right, Garfield. I wanted to ask you if you could shove this gold tooth in my mouth."
Yeah.
Well, I could do that.
Well, I don't know. I want it to be tax-free. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
I literally
all
just broke
right.
my hair. Shit.
Oh shit.
Oh god, that was not a good noise. Oops.
So he's like, "Do you want me to replace a tooth of yours with that gold tooth, or do you want me to coat your teeth in gold? What is the game plan here, sir?"
I literally want to take one of my teeth out and replace it. This one.
Oh, I could do that when we're not in front of a bunch of people. That won't be the prettiest operation.
Sounds kind of kinky right there.
As you say that, he's like, no, he'll just bleed for a little bit. I don't think blood in front of my stall is good business practices.
True. Yes.
Right? You take the tooth out, put the other tooth in, you heal it, and then it's fine. But there will be blood in the in-between.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys come and see me after the market's done, more than happy to, Lando.
Garfield, are you just selling potions, or are you selling like any other equipment?
The man asks an interesting question. What kind of items are you speaking of?
I'm just curious what you have in store, like what you have in possession right now. Any rare things or uncommon items?
Any weapons?
Yeah, so he's got plenty of things. I'm trying to think of how to explain Garfield as a character to you, Zanril. Garfield is a mystical man or creature of some sort that seems to have access to limitless things.
Wait. All right.
Not like actual limitless. You guys know what I mean? Like he just has a lot of sees a lot of stuff.
I have another request that along that vein. Then, what would I be able to barter my fucking axe for?
Which axe, man?
The Berserker axe.
You as a character would not be willing to part with that based off the curse.
I thought I can get rid of it.
You can get somebody to remove the curse.
Well, what does the curse have to do with you?
I'm cursed, by the way. So
yeah, I'm just telling you as the DM, like that weapon would prevent you from trying to sell it.
As long as you remain cursed, you're Oh, I didn't even read that part. Okay,
yes.
Cool. Maybe I can deal with that then, because I don't want this thing anymore.
Oh, you want me to remove that curse for you?
Yeah, can we do that? Is that easy?
If he's got the remove curse spell, he can. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah, dude.
Congrats, bro.
Cool. Yeah. So expend that spell slot.
Wait, I could have done this like weeks ago. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, Zanril's fairly new to the party.
I know.
I didn't know you wanted to part with your weapon. Like my weapon is kind of.
I don't. I feel like me, as a non-character, and then me as this character, we're just going through some things right now, and I'm like just seeing a different life I could have lived, and I'm trying to reflect on that, and this, this axe is just this reminder of, I don't know, murder and death. Although I'm still into that part.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, are you turning away from murder and death?
Maybe I'm gonna be like a polearm guy, or like, I want to be, a sword dude, like a big sword, not a little one.
Sure.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just want to mix it up a little. Let's do
Sure.
something different.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this remove curse spell, and it's like the simplest spell I've ever read in D&D.
Right?
It's crazy.
Isn't it great? It's a great spell.
It removes curses.
It doesn't even have components.
Nope.
You just touch a thing.
At your touch.
I removed the curse. Cursed
It's only an action too.
Yep.
Wait, if the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded.
Correct.
So literally, this breaks my attunement to this.
Yeah, so it's still cursed. So if you try to use it again,
you'll get cursed again. But I don't want to spend another spell slot on you.
No, I know.
Take that off of you again.
He's like, oh, cool.
My original point still stands that I would like to, let's do a little trade. If that's the thing that this guy can do. I also have a Ring of Earth that I don't know what I'm supposed to do with.
Are you saying all of this like out loud in the market?
Sure.
Okay. I need you to roll me 1d20. I'm gonna say Elwarin for fun. You get to roll a d20 also.
Why? Why am I doing this?
Let's see.
14.
Rolled a 14, nice. Okay.
Oof.
Alright. Alright. So the remove curse spell has been completed, correct?
Yes.
Cool.
It has
Alright.
been completed.
So you are no longer attuned to the Berserker Axe.
So I need to take it off.
I mean, you just need to like unequip
Uncheck
it. Yeah, like uncheck it, right?
Oh man, I lost something, didn't I? What did I lose? I didn't lose anything.
Garfield's like, oh, you have Berserker Axe, huh? And you have a ring of
Oh, I didn't say I was trading both. but
Oh!
I just said it's an option, you know. If
You
I-
just
if you
see
give
a
me
big
something-
smile on his face
if
as he's like doing some calculations. Like,
If you give me something real good, then maybe we can talk about it.
BigYin, I have a question for you.
I'm not sure if I like this, but fine.
Do you have a staff on you by chance?
It's being a regular staff or the one that I was carrying previously.
A regular staff will do, good sir.
I have the one strapped to my back.
Can I see that, please?
Why?
Just to take something out to show Lando.
I'll get this one back without. This is the only weapon I have.
I'll put it back to normal once I'm done. Yes, I promise.
I hand him the staff.
Yeah, so as he grabs hold of the staff, you just see him kind of wave his hand around the bottom of it, and it turns into a like a hand, like a wooden hand out of the bottom of the staff. And he just looks at it, and the hand goes to like grasp things. And he's like, "One moment, please." And he lifts up the bottom of the stall and sticks his staff down there. You're like, "No, not that one. No." And you guys hear a couple crash, like cling, clang. And he's like, found it! And you hear a foom as he pulls a massive halberd out.
What?
Ooh.
And he's like, this one's special, Lando.
What
This
is it?
here is an ice dagger halberd.
What the fuck is that? How do I look that up?
Oh, this is a magic item that I have made up.
Oh,
That
It's
I will
also
be adding.
cursed.
Hold your horses there, good sir. You know nothing of this item.
dagger? I don't. Do you have anything with flames?
Yeah, Ulrich's like, yeah, hold on, that's a good point. Before you touch anything there, Lando, can we verify it's not cursed?
Oh no, this one's not. Oh, did you want a fire one? I have a fire one too. And he throws that one back down, and you hear a cling
Dodged the
clang.
question.
You hear a cling clang, and like a bunch of things like sounds like a bunch of things fell. He's like, one moment, and he's like digging around for a little bit longer, and he's like, and he pulls out this. They look like nunchucks.
Okay, that's cool.
I
already like it.
Yeah, they look like nunchucks. I don't have like a better description of this.
Ooh, I saw this fucking video on Reddit the other day about this dude swinging a. What did they fucking call it? It was a staff with a chain with like another little staff on the end, and he was fucking this guy up. It was cool.
It's very
You mean
similar
a
to that.
three-section? You mean a three-section staff?
Yeah, it's
No,
very.
it's a
But it was
combat
just like,
mace.
I forgot what it was called, but it was like a flail, but it was just like almost two staff bits, but one of them was really small, and it was sick.
Sure. We'll say it
That's
looks
what I'm
like that,
picturing.
just for flavor.
That's what I'm picturing. Awesome.
Yeah, we'll say that's what it looks like for flavor. We'll work out the kinks on like what the
Flavor.
damage is and all that stuff later. He's like, this one is my fire nunchaku. If you spin it real fast, and he starts to spin it, you guys just see a small trail of fire start to travel around the outer perimeter of the weapon. He's like, I can do this with it. It's quite fun, no? Pretty much what this is it's a magical plus 1 weapon, but it also deals fire damage on top of the regular damage.
How much fire damage?
It's gonna be a D4 for right now, and then it's a weapon that will grow with you. He says the Garfield's like this weapon.
Does it grow with me in the way that like I'm already at some level and it grows with that, or is it just like now it grows with me from now on?
Correct. Yeah. So it's similar to like BigYin's staff, where like as he gets to higher levels, like more things unlock with it. It's gonna be a very similar thing.
That it already unlocks because of the level that I'm already at.
The fire. The fire is the unlocked portion already. But once you like start using it, you'll kind of get a feel for what it is.
I guess this Berserker Axe gives me health, but it's only 5. So, whatever.
And he's like, and he just explains this to you like in game, but mechanically what happens is as a bonus action, along with your rage, like with your like rage and the stuff you do with that, you can attack a second time with the just the fire portion of it. Like the flame, the heat generated from your attacks causes additional damage.
Right, so I can still attack twice because I can attack twice.
Correct. You still attack twice.
There's fire damage for each of those 2 attacks, and
Correct.
then there's a third one.
There's a third additional heat. It's like a heat. It's considered still fire damage, but
Like,
it's more of the heat of your
It's
attacks.
third damage, like Pokemon.
Kind of similar, yes.
Love it.
Pokemans.
Kind of similar, yes.
Nice. That's cool.
He's like, I would be more than happy to trade your Berserker Axe and that ring for this, and
Oh.
maybe, just maybe, I'll give you that potion of speed too.
I don't know. Is this ring worth a lot? I can't.
It's broken.
Well, I guess. What would it let me do? I'm thinking that it's gonna let me. I feel like this in our quest. This is probably a good thing for us to keep.
You have no idea.
Well, I guess that's why I'm not. I'm just. It's a rhetorical, statement.
I think you having a weapon that doesn't throw you into berserk is far more valuable to us than our broken
I know,
ring.
but I'm thinking like this Ring of Earth. Like, what if this lets us like open up some walls and shit? Like that's what I'm thinking. Like this.
Yeah.
Whole, access.
Again, I think that you having a non-cursed weapon is better than access to whatever wall it could bring down.
I have a ring of animal influence I could give you instead.
No. The broken one seems quite juicy. I would have so much fun experimenting on how to fix it. And you see the glee on his face. It is similar to the glee when you brought him the idea of combining those 2 items you wanted. It's the experimentation.
They don't know about that.
No, I'm telling you, this is like for you, right? Like that same kind of glee you see is just like it's the fascination of building something new. And Elwarin,
I guess I don't know. That doesn't make me feel better about it not being something that we would use.
Sure. So let me continue. Elwarin, like as you kind of see Garfield talk about this, it's that same expression that you see on your dad's face when he's talking about like making new plants and like learning about new things with plants. It's that same joy and like gleeful expression that he gets when he talks about that, just for reference for you.
Okay.
He's like, but the experimentation, Lando, it's so worth it. This weapon is, it's quite the good one. It'll let you do so many things, Lando, if you just let me have the cursed weapon and that ring. All the things you can do with this weapon.
What is it? What's like the actual damage?
So it's going to be 1d8 plus 1d4 fire damage per hit.
What does
5
mean? I don't
Huh?
understand. What 1d8 plus
1d8, I think it's going to be bludgeoning because it's going to be like a mace type weapon.
Yeah.
And then you would add your you'd add a +1 to that because it's a magical weapon.
Is it? I'm assuming I can't. Oh, is this a 2-handed thing?
This will be 2-handed, yes.
Oh fuck! I don't want to do that.
So I'm not done. So I'm not done, right? So it's gonna be, you currently see it as like a 1d4 fire damage on top of that, and then the bonus action kind of heat generation you get is a 1d6. And that's what it is currently for you.
I also like using a shield though, so that's kind of
sure. You can use it as one hand. You just won't get the bonus action portion of the heat from the fire.
That doesn't make any sense. But
So like you have to be swinging it with your left hand, like your second hand, to generate the heat for that bonus action damage. But you can just swing it as like a normal kind of like fire mace. Or whatever kind of weapon we're talking about here. Like you can hold it just with one side and the bottom side of it's just kind of hanging down as a counterweight as you kind of swing it. But if you were to swing it faster with your left hand, your offhand, that's just generating the heat that's causing the additional 1d6 damage.
how about this? I'll give you both, but if you fix the ring, I want it back.
No, what? No, absolutely not.
Well, just hear me out. So I'm
No.
giving you I'm giving you an opportunity to fix something, but I also, I don't want to give this up. I'm willing to give up the axe. That's no problem. NBD.
Then you can give me the axe and 150 gold pieces, and we can call it square, there, good sir.
Oh, well, what about 120?
170, huh?
118, because then that would leave me about 118 and 44 of whatever the EP are.
Oh, yes, I will take 44 EP also. If you give me the 118. Yes, I will take all of that.
Aren't they worth more? No, they're worth less.
Worth half a gold each.
Each?
Each one is worth half a gold. So you have
And-
22 gold worth of EB.
And that's it. That's all they're for. Are they like special currency?
Yeah, no. They're just,
Maybe,
just
maybe.
half a gold.
Maybe they could be special currency with certain people.
Cool. Let's do that. Down the
Okay.
drain.
Excellent.
It's the first big purchase I've ever made. Feels weird.
Yeah, as he drains his bank account. Yeah, so remove the Berserker Axe and we'll work together offline for that, what that weapon is exactly. Because this
Cool.
weapon, like as you take hold of it, it starts to morph and kind of bend into what your brain wants it to be, sort of thing.
Nice.
So we'll talk about that offline or something.
Thanks for coming to Garfield's Go. Nailed it. Great joke.
Sure.
Need some workshopping.
Yeah,
but
needs
you'll
some,
get
needs
there.
some,
Yeah,
needs some
yeah.
workshopping for
Too
sure.
many fucking syllables, It just, I don't know. It's fucking Tuesday.
Anybody else want anything fun?
Do you have any rings per se?
What kind of rings would you looking for, good sir?
Oh, I said rings, not runes. But
Oh
you
wait,
know,
no, I'm
rune-
not done. I want to get this ring fixed. I was serious about that part.
Oh, he kind of takes a look at the ring. Oh, my boy, you don't have the money to get me to fix this.
Oh well, I'll give you more of my blood.
No, no.
And all right,
I'll give you money for it, though.
how much?
400 gold pieces right now. Take it or leave it.
How much would it cost for you to fix it?
I said take it or leave it. The more you talk, the higher the price is going to go for me.
That's fine. How much would it cost for you to fix it? Just trying to work out what kind of demon math you're doing back there.
Ooh, maybe 1,000, maybe 2, maybe 4, maybe 5. I don't know. But it should be fun to fix. Your price is now 400 gold pieces for this ring.
Okay, I'll keep it then.
Okay. He hands it back over to you. Still broken.
I never handed it to him, but
Well, you did because he was looking at it and like inspecting it.
okay.
But he hands it back. He doesn't like keep it. That's evil.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Then that would cause a fight in the market. Just bad for business, man. Bad for business.
Yes, it would.
You guys would all die. Just bad for business. Bad for business.
LL, I have a bitch slap now, so Oh wait! Oh man, dude, this means the ball is back in action. And
The
it's
ball is
ball.
back in action. You're right.
Yeah. All right. This is already worth it just for that. I probably shouldn't get into any fights though.
His 1d4 20-foot range ball.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So what kind of rings, RINGS, are you looking for?
Yes. Let's say, maybe something to do with spells and spell slots. Anything to do related with magic.
Like a ring of spell storing, huh?
Yes, that would be brilliant.
Oh, ooh, that'll run you 300 gold, good sir.
Oh, I don't have 300 gold.
Well, I'll always have it.
Unfortunate. Yes, you always have it. I'll just have to come back once I have more cash.
Of course, of course. I can see. Ooh. Ooh. Can I see that sword, please?
You can look at it if you want.
Yeah. Let me touch that bad boy. Why don't you?
Yeah.
And he grabs the sword. And as he grabs it, the sword starts to shake in his hand. As you see, 4 more dice get added on.
Ooh.
And he looks at the sword. Then he looks at you. A big smile on his face. He says, "Oh!" And as he hands it back over to you, it goes back to the. I think we had you at 2.
Yeah.
2 dice, and he just kind of has a big smile. He's like, "Have fun with that one." That's a fun risk reward dice. And as he says that, he fixes BigYin's quarterstaff and hands it back over to him. Thank you, BigYin. As always, it's a pleasure working with you.
Hey, well, businesses always seem to be good with you.
Elwarin, did you need anything, good sir?
Yeah, you got any arrows that might be interesting?
Ooh, you don't say. I got some fire, I got some frost. What kind of arrows you looking for, my dear boy?
Fire sounds pretty good.
Ooh, that'll be 75 gold per arrow. And so what this arrow is, it's an ever bright arrow. Also a fun magic item I made up for. I had a bunch of magic items made up for this today's session.
Really?
Yeah. So it is a regular arrow, but it deals an extra 1d4 fire damage on hit.
Okay. And is it gone after I use it once?
No, it's an ever burning
Okay.
arrow. It lights up when you draw it back and release it, and then once it hits its target, the fire goes out.
So I can just pick it up after I used it and use it again?
Correct. It will never break, it seems.
Ooh.
At least from shooting it. It won't break from shooting.
Yeah.
Sounds like you'll be able to keep track of where it is because it's on fire.
Yeah,
Good
and
to
it will cause your target to become lit on fire,
Okay.
which causes a
very
burning additional 1d4 damage for a certain number of rounds.
I gotta buy more oil.
Yeah, that's what I had in my mind too. Just out of curiosity, that ice arrow you're talking about,
Yes.
what does that one do?
That one. So as he'll explain it in game, but this is what it does. If you hit the target with that arrow, it gives them disadvantage on their next attack.
And how much would that one be?
That one is going to be 50 gold pieces. The reason why it's 50 versus 75 is there's no damage increase added to it. It's just your regular 1d8. But it's magical, it won't break, and it causes disadvantage when you hit the target for the next attack.
Okay, that's very interesting. How about I'll take both of those and I give you 100 gold for it.
Oh no, good sir, I'm sorry. These two come at a package of 125 as their asking prices. They're just a fun little experiment I'm having. Oh, let me... You have a storm bow, huh?
I do, yes.
Let me see one of those arrows you have. He's talking about the arrows that come back into your quiver every morning.
The sun mode?
Yep.
Yeah. Sure, you can have a look.
He's like taking a look at it. He's like, He hands it back. He's like, if you can give me 1 day with one of those sun mode arrows, it'll obviously come back to you in the morning. I'd be willing to give you a discount of 100 gold pieces total for both of those arrows. I just think it would be fun to recreate that.
If you recreate these somewhat areas, is there a potential for future deals where I can get more of those summon arrows from you?
Yes, they might be expensive, but it depends on how much the manufacturing cost turns out to.
Well, I assume since I helped you recreate these, I would get a very
At cost. You would get it at cost, yes.
that's well, if that's the case, I'll take those two for 125, please.
Okay, cool. So he gives it to you for 125, and that means you're not giving him the Sunwood arrow, correct?
I will not give him the summon
Cool,
arrow.
that's fine. Yeah, no worries. So you reduce 125 gold. So just call it a Ember arrow, and it's going to be on the damage for it. It's going to be the 1d8 regular plus 1d4 fire damage, and then for the we're going to call it the Frost Shot for the ice-based arrow.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know why you're laughing. It was just the first. It was just the first fun thing that came to mind.
No, I just it's a good name.
Yeah.
So you said the Ember arrow is just 1d4 extra?
Yeah,
Fire
1d4
damage?
extra. Yep, 1d4 extra fire damage. If you want, you can just make it be like kind of like one of the sharpshooter things. If you want, just add like a 1d4 roll after you hit or whatever. That's fine too.
You might have to help me with it later.
Yeah,
but
I can work
whatever.
with that later. And then the ice arrow, just like have it be an attack, like call it the Frost Shot,
Yeah.
and just in the description we'll type in like on hit gives disadvantage on creature's next attack.
And you said just the next attack?
Yep. Well, we'll make it their like next turn, if that makes sense. So like if they get 2 attacks, it would be on both of those attacks.
Okay. So basically, until my next turn, that person would have disadvantage.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks at you, Ulrich. He's like, Ulrich, my boy, do you have anything you might want, perhaps?
What? No. What? Yeah,
Okay.
I want you to get rid of that damn demon. We
I
already
like-
talked.
I told you how to do that, good sir. I just don't think that price is worth it for you guys at this moment.
You're right. So no, we don't got a deal.
How about any items? You need any items? And he kind of hears your clinking and clanking in your bag. I hear you have lots of things in your backpack. You sure you don't want to add anything additional?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Okay.
Actually, I got
Mhm.
you. Would you happen to know anything about the whereabouts of a bunch of magic items from Valivoe shop?
What do you mean? He seems very
Well,
confused when you bring this up.
In the last couple days, the shop was ransacked.
You see his face turn kind of dark as he kind of starts to think.
Yeah, that's my thought. Exactly.
When would this have happened?
Sometime in the last 4 days. Not really sure exactly.
After
when.
you guys left,
Yeah. That's why Valivoe's not here. He didn't question that?
Well, he said goodbye to me. I thought he was just closing up shop after getting kidnapped. I thought he was just moving back to be closer to his relatives down south.
Well, he might be doing that for sure, but no, everything was taken. He had no reason to stay here, so he left.
Well, fuck. There goes my
What?
fun talking buddy about magic items. No, but that is something I think is worth looking into. I will also do that for you free of charge, as this concerns me as well. How about this? I will, if I figure something out and you guys aren't in town, I will message BigYin or I'll message Lando, and they can give you the information.
Yeah, all right.
This is quite troubling.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
had-
if you didn't do it, then, maybe get a new lock that is unbreakable.
Oh, no one can get into. You
You
thought
sure?
it was me?
Well, I mean, you're at least a suspect.
I guess technically anybody would be.
You're
I guess
damn
that's
right.
fair. I guess that's fair. That's quite rude though, no? Like I have
Well,
what need would I have of his I give him the magical items he sells.
make a profit twice.
That's Listen, I don't. He just kind of looks at the rest of you guys. Do you all think this poorly of me?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Goddamn.
I'm just shaking my head. I'm walking over to the pickle guy.
I'm just staring at him.
I guess it's time to move on. I guess you guys don't need my services anymore. Toodaloo. As his stall disappears along with him.
That seems a little
Drastic.
drastic. But hey,
Yeah.
use magic, folks.
Man, he's just really weak skinned. I thought he would have been able to. I was joking, but apparently, he took that really seriously.
Yeah, as you guys are talking, there's a little postcard that comes out that like drops where his stall was. It says Valivoe's magic shop closed for the day. To be open tomorrow.
That's pretty sus. Why is he calling it Valvo's magic shop when he's not Valvo?
Sorry, Garfield's magic store. Sorry,
That is
apologies.
pretty sus.
Apologies.
I
That's
knew
on
it.
me. That's on me. Sorry.
He has money to buy it.
That's on me. Sorry, we just had a Valivoe. I'm sorry. That's
You
not-
guys were right. Okay. Right.
Yeah. Now he's going to go buy Valivoe's shop. Is what's about to happen.
Oh shit, they're on to me.
No more stall.
Sorry, I meant Garfield's magic stall is closed for the day.
I actually had one more question I wanted to ask him, but after I bought the potions, I just kind of let everyone else do some shopping. But that's cool.
You can circle back or ping him on your ring or earring.
He's just
Actually-
not talking to Ulrich.
No, actually, it's fine actually because I actually need to follow up with my boys anyways in a
Okay.
couple more days. So
Cool,
it's
cool. That's fine. Ulrich, yeah. Now that Garfield is gone, Valivoe's gonna stick in my mind forever. It's a horrible thing that happened to him. Garfield's gone. It's you guys and you and the boys heading over to Grun's Pickles shop, the one-stop shop. That's where Elwarin. I assumed you guys just all followed him over.
Just discussing how weird it was that Garfield just left so suddenly.
As you guys kind of look around, you notice there's really nobody else with money there. It's mostly like this townsfolk. They don't got hundreds of gold to spend like
Right.
you guys
It's
do.
like,
too.
well, it's weird because even if we did think poorly of him, we were still giving him money, right?
Mhm.
I don't know. That just seems real. Whatever.
Mhm.
This is why you can't trust magic. I keep telling y'all, no one believes me. It keeps proving me right.
Sure. Oh yeah, you head over to Grun's stall. Grun is sitting there next to his pickling vats. You guys see once in a while as you guys are kind of walking over, like little children kind of hiding behind over here. You see like a few of them kind of like push each other, and you see one run really quickly and like pull a pickled radish from one of his pickling jars and runs away. And you see Grun kind of just watch this and like kind of with a smile on his face.
Interesting.
Do you want one of us to chase that thief down?
No. The children think it's fun to steal the pickles, but it's okay. They can have the pickle.
All right, mate.
Pickle.
Do you want a pickle?
Oh, I would like to try a pickle.
Yeah.
Garfield says your pickles are pretty good.
Garfield
Apparently.
is a good guy as he's like pulling out a carrot that has been pickled, cuts it up into 5 pieces. He kind of gives it to you all.
Mm.
And then-
what makes your pickling so special?
Ooh. A pickling
I'm asking before I try the carrot.
connoisseur. I use a special set of brining materials.
Can you specify?
He points up, and at the top of his stall has seaweed,
Oh, salt water.
and he's got what seems to be like different kinds of roots that are up there and a variety of different spices. He says, I get the seaweed from some friends at Waterdeep, and I find the spices and roots myself.
That's pretty cool. Do these have any, I'm not saying like healing, but just like it's any positive benefits for your body because you're using these special ingredients?
Makes your tummy nice and warm.
That's good.
So have any of you guys taken a bite?
I'm going to try it.
Yeah,
right now.
Ulrich popped it in his mouth immediately.
Yeah. So
I
it
took a
is.
bite as well.
Yeah, for all of you guys that have tried it, is the best pickled carrot you've ever tasted. There's a hint of spice, and you can't even quite put your finger on it because there's so many different kinds of spice combination flavors. It's kind of like interacting and bouncing off your mouth. And as soon as you swallow it, warmth just spreads to your chest, down to your stomach, and down into your feet and your limbs.
How much for a jar?
Ooh, you would like to purchase...
Actually, wait. Before that, do I, as a druid and as someone who has some medical knowledge, do I pick up anything on any additional positive benefits of the warmth and
Roll a
anything like
medicine
that?
check.
Medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah. So it seems to increase blood flow kind of throughout the body.
I thought that was Lando. But...
That's what I'm saying is like both those rolls will give it to you, right? The DC on this wasn't super high.
But
Yeah. So you guys just feel like the blood flow, like the way that blood flows in all these different kinds of races, it expands and opens them up to allow blood to flow and quicker and faster. And by doing so, it makes you feel it makes you feel revitalized. So this could be a really good hangover cure. This could also be just a really good thing to have when it's cold outside. There's no real like health benefits in terms of like you get 5 temp HP or anything like that. It's just more of like it makes you feel good sort of thing.
I'll take a jar of the pickled radishes.
That will be 5 silver.
I'll give him 6.
You gave me extra, and he gives you back the 6th one. And
Keep it.
you,
You're
any
a
points?
you're a wonderful craftsman.
He looks at the 6th coin, and he looks at you. He's like, okay. Kind of puts it in a pocket. He points to Zanril. I think you wanted something too?
Give me 2 jars of your. Do you have cucumber pickles or anything?
They're just called pickles. Yes.
Yes, but what kind of roots? Or you had a carrot and a radish. Like, what else do you have?
I have onion. I have sweet potato. I have. Sorry, I didn't think you guys were gonna ask beyond those ones. He's got a few more.
I'll
No,
take,
he's got a
I'll
few
take
more.
this. I'll take this pickled sweet potato, 2 jars of those, and I flip him a gold coin.
He takes it. He says, "Thank you kindly." Kind of puts it away. And as you guys are kind of talking to him, like he's distracted, you guys see a few more children kind of like run up and like take some of the pickles that are like in the barrels behind him. And you guys just, as you guys see them like kind of grab them, you guys see Grun's ears like twitch a little bit as he like hears them, but you guys just see a big smile on his face.
I will also buy 2 jars.
Okay. And he kind of hands you the 2 jars. That will be 1 gold, please.
I'll hand him 1 gold.
Cool. So yeah, so like I said, these don't do anything for you like from a stat bonus or anything like that wise, but if you have these before you would feel scared, it kind of works like chocolate in Harry Potter with the Dementors. It's a similar feeling to that, where it's just like that warmth inside of you just kind of spreads, and it helps like kind of steady you and like recenter yourself That's the kind of properties it has. It's nothing like stat or bonus wise in the game, but it's that kind of feeling is what I'm trying to say. Which, could be helpful depending on what situations come over to you. But that's the kind of feeling that happens.
Understood.
Yeah, and the rest of these guys are just the regular shop owners that you guys see around. You see a couple of traders. They have standard goods that you would find at any general store. And then you guys just see kind of like I said, you guys just see the druids kind of wandering around. None of them seem to notice Garfield's shop. It seemed like it may have just been for you guys. Like, even when you guys are talking to Garfield, like nobody was like coming in to stop at Garfield's store for whatever reason.
Well, then why would he leave a note card? We know he's not there.
Yeah, why would he say he was going to come back then? Or that they were closed?
That don't make any. I got a weirdo.
Who knows? Do you guys turn back to see if that note's still there?
I do.
Roll a perception check for me.
A perception.
Mhm.
Okay. Ooh. No. Oh shit.
That note is gone. That note is gone.
That's convenient.
Well, it's like the magical note.
Indeed.
Cool. Yeah, so that's what's going on there. Variety of people you can talk to if you want to, different druids and stuff like that. Ulrich, you have information.
Well, if y'all are done buying all your things and your pickles, it was a good pickle, I admit. I'd
Yep.
like to take a look and see if there's any evidence of who might have stolen all the magic goods and who we have to sort of be prepared for. Now there's someone who's got a ton of magic items. Well, before we go down that route, Lando, did you steal all the magic items?
Did I steal the magic items? All the magic
Yeah,
items?
right.
No.
Okay. All right. Just again, you are a
No.
suspect.
That's awful. Why would you say that to me?
Well, you specifically said I want to go steal all of his magic items,
Yeah, but
which
fair enough. All right.
does make it a little suspicious.
I'll take it. I guess granted, that was like 2 weeks ago or whatever, 10 days ago. I don't.
Yeah, I mean you're right. You're right.
I've been with you guys for a while. Like you would have probably known.
Yeah, but I do
Yeah.
hear that you're working on becoming the world's greatest thief, right? So.
Well, I mean that's just that's like in my life. I don't. It doesn't need to happen now. I mean I got patience.
But
I
it
got
could.
time.
But it could.
Yeah. But I mean, I'm just gonna, we'll leave it at that.
Not gonna say you did anything bad. Like if you do have magical items, you
Right,
can
but
share.
if you do randomly have,
you better not, because whatever your character's name is again.
Zanril.
He said, I don't even know you. I don't even know
I
your
don't
name.
even know who you are. I don't even
Who are
where
you, bro?
where'd you come from?
Yo, we had a couple of nights together, man. Like, at this point, we're acquainted, aren't we?
Phrasing.
I mean, I think we're I don't
Beyond that? Oh my gosh. Wow. I never
Wow.
knew.
Well, if you didn't do it and Garfield didn't do it, then we should probably find out who did it and who's got all
Probably
the
the cultists.
I don't think we should, totally count, Mr. G Field over there, that big cat out, He was pretty sus.
I mean, all right. You think so?
Yeah. I do.
Well, the building's under new management, so we got to go talk to her
Kalisa.
name, Kalista. These 3-syllable names, man. I can't
You
keep
can
track.
call her Dragon Queen if that makes you feel any easier. It's easier for you.
What?
For some reason.
That's still three syllables, but
But it's 2 different words now, so maybe that'll help. I don't know.
yeah. So we gotta go get her to unlock the door so we can get in.
What do you expect to find It's
I
not
mean,
as if we'll find any evidence.
that's I
That's
mean, which
what-
is fine. That's something, right? That means that they're a good thief.
Are you trying to steal whatever else is there? That's pretty.
I mean, they did offer to sell the place to us, so I mean, if I want to go that route, I'd just buy the place.
You have however much gold you need.
I mean, I could get 500 gold.
How? That's weird. Why haven't you done that before?
We've been doing it.
Oh.
You know how much money we've gotten in the past 2 weeks?
I mean, like maybe 100 gold each.
Yeah, that's 500 gold.
Max probably 400, but
You know, maybe not, just like you said, not today, but eventually.
If we do buy it, we'll have to do something about the teleport circle underneath.
Well, yeah, I'm not really looking to buy. I'm not really in the market for a place right now.
yeah, the market's pretty crazy.
But I am interested to see, maybe this is not a very good thief and they left like a calling card or something, like a magical note card that says Garfield was here.
Garfield will be back at his shop.
Again,
I
I don't
have
think
a
it's Garfield.
feeling the man is not that dumb.
I don't think it's Garfield. I just had to ask. I don't know why he took it so personally. If y'all asked if I did, I'd say no and be like, I understand why you asked. Everyone's a suspect.
He's sensitive.
I mean, if you say so.
So, y'all interested in joining me, or is this going to be a one-man show?
I'll join
I'll
you.
come along. Why not?
I'll tag along.
All right. And then we're going to go to Khaleesi and
Kalisa.
Kalisa. Fuck.
I mean, if you want to name her Khaleesi and you want to start
I
calling
know,
her,
well, did you say Queen of Dragons?
Well, let's go talk to Kalisa.
Who's the mother of dragons? Never.
I know, you got me all messed up, man.
that was the point. I was like, he's not gonna remember Kalisa.
All right.
Now I'm messing up.
You're just fucking ripping them off. I mean, honestly, they deserve it, but whatever.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you guys head back to Swinging Sword. It's probably noon at this point. And yeah, there's lunch being kind of made. She's just kind of chilling at the counter.
Well, how's it going? We're looking to get into that shop. If
Got it.
you don't mind.
Yeah, let me send Euron with you. And she kind of whistles, and Euron comes out from the back of the stables. Yeah, same, looks exactly the same. Stable man, as well as kind of like night guard, as when people get rowdy in this place. He's like, oh, you guys looking to buy? Valivoe
I mean,
shop?
Not really at the moment, but we'd like to take a peek inside.
Okay. He gets the key from Kalisa. Yeah, you guys know where it is. We'll just walk there. You guys walk out, head over to the Valivoe's shop. He unlocks the door. It's at the bottom. That's why the issue is. You guys are outside Valivoe's shop. You guys can just toss yourselves down here.
Oh.
Remember, we've seen this before. Don't worry, you guys.
I haven't.
No, you guys have definitely been on this map before.
I have never seen this. Or if we did, it was the time that I was not here and you guys got kicked out and got me all fucking drunk.
Now,
Yeah,
I've
never seen this.
Huh, interesting. I swore I showed this to you guys earlier, but that's okay. Down here. I'll pull out Elwarin's character because he's.
I guess I'd be over.
Lando, you coming in for the ride? I can bring you out if that's easier.
Well, yeah.
Cool. So yeah, so as you guys are kind of here and just kind of hanging out, you guys were only here for like 5 minutes last time, so that's probably why you don't remember.
Yeah, we have the other map that was like the back part with the stairs.
Yeah, but we went through this first, and then it was like a 5-minute endeavor because it was after the first. It was the second time you guys went down there that I built this map out.
So
Yeah,
I guess
so
we'll start looking around to see if there's any kind of. I mean, we can't exactly check for fingerprints. We don't even know what that looks like.
sure. Yeah, so roll some investigation and perception checks for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking for. So I know they busted the lock, right?
And they fixed the lock since then.
Right. But that leaves debris and residue, so maybe they stepped in it.
Sure.
I'm looking to see if there's anything that might, lead to kind of like point to an identity, hair, anything like that.
Sure. Yeah. So, BigYin and Zanril, as you are kind of looking around, you don't really see much of anything. It seems like it was like you guys see like kind of tracks, but it looks like it may have just been Valivoe and a few other people as they like moved Valivoe stuff out of here. The remainder of the things that weren't magical. Ulrich, with your 20, you can see some signs that it wasn't just Valivoe here. There's definitely maybe 4 other bodies here, but it's like very, very faint. Like this is well done kind of skullduggery. There was no like they didn't step in anything they shouldn't have. It's just compared to the other tracks that are in the space, unless it's your guys's, they don't seem to belong to Valivoe based off the footprints and stuff like that.
All right. Well, now I know someone's been here. Could you give me like a little bit more from that, or 'cause
Sure,
we
yeah.
already knew that someone was here.
Sure, yeah. How do I describe this? They rolled really well when they did this.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find a good way to describe this. You notice that the footprints are roughly all the same size. They are in between your foot size and Elwarin's foot size. So you're guessing they're either a dwarf, a human, or an elf, or some kind of mixture of those. As BigYin's shoes are bigger and they have a heavier footfall. Even with Zanril, like his feet roughly match it, you would argue, like in terms of like how the imprint is on the ground. The foot size is obviously different, but the imprint on like how deep the step is, like I guess how heavy set the people are, you'd say are size wise between you and probably Elwarin. And they didn't seem to have stayed for too long.
Sure.
And they kind of these steps do lead back into the bookshelf that opens up to the downstairs area, the underground space.
I'm gonna also do a quick look around perception wise, see if maybe I see anything out of place. Like maybe this was all a ruse and they were trying to get into a special compartment or something that we don't know about.
Sure. Nope. They seemed to know exactly what they were going for.
All right.
And it looks like on their way out, they took everything.
All right. So they came in. I'm like walking around, following the footsteps. They came in. They went through here. They went into the back, down to the dungeon, which they knew existed. So that's something. Well, let's go down. Hopefully we don't teleport out, huh?
One
No.
can only hope.
Would be interesting if that's what happened. This is all a trap just to make that happen all over again.
We continue downwards.
You guys are not all there, don't worry. You guys would be coming down the stairwell down here. All right, we are good to go now. It shouldn't happen again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. So you guys see the entrance. Yeah, nothing really seems to miss. You guys see some foot traffic, but it could be yours, could be somebody else's. You're not sure.
I'm sure.
Sure.
So I'll look over at Ulrich and like, so what have you seen? What are we looking for?
Someone light of foot about our size, not your size. No one's really your size. It's been through here real quick. Like they came down here and then picked up everything on their way out.
Seems to be 4 sets of footprints.
About 4 folks.
Would you say the sheriff might fit the shoe size description?
I mean, yeah, technically, any human would. I fit the shoe description. So I'm not striking myself off the suspects list.
Interesting.
On the upside, that means you're off the list, BigYin. You and that demon.
Oh, there you go. That's a positive.
We open the door.
Sure. Let me try
Oh
to move
my
you guys and
gosh.
see if it changes things.
It is not reloading at all.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
trying to reload too now.
I now see everybody.
I had to kill the page and restart it.
Wow. Okay.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So you guys kind of wander through. Like I said, still the 4 sets of footprints, plus your guys' set of footprints too.
Right.
Weapons.
I'm
And
gonna
only-
continue
and only
walking
Ulrich-
forward.
And
until
only
something
Ulrich is able.
happens.
Yeah, and only Ulrich is able to kind of see this. Like nobody else is has been able to track this. That's why it's tried. Elwarin, I'm sure you could track it if you wanted to. You just you didn't roll to check to see if you could do it. So you guys are just following Ulrich for this part. Yeah, everything's regular. This thing is down, like it was when you guys left. You're good.
Had to move my map.
Mm-hmm. Never to move yourself down, you guys.
Actually,
Zanril, Lando.
Is the ground still all messed up from
Your battle?
the
Yes.
magic?
Yeah.
I'm hugging the wall.
Sure. Yeah, all the signs of the magic is still there.
Like what? the-
100%.
I do love that BigYin is just like out in the open. Well, Ulrich's. All right. Continuing. These rocks are still here.
Yep. Like I said, nothing's moved that you can tell. And that
Anything
includes
in the tents.
nope, nothing in the tents. So this space down here is still down, like you guys had left it.
It's a teleport circle there.
So yeah, as you look at the teleport circle, you notice it's fully broken.
That's interesting. It was functioning the last time we used it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fully broken. Like somebody either took a shovel or did some magic or did something to just break up the circle, so it's completely unusable.
Would you
Great.
be able to do that? So if someone used it, they wouldn't be able to break it afterwards like that, right?
You have
You
to
would
be
have to-
in person. Yeah.
You
From what
would
you
have
guys
to
can
stay
tell.
behind. Okay.
Yeah. From what you guys can tell, it's somebody did this on site.
Well, I'm guessing it's the 4 folks who came in. Maybe they came in specifically to break it,
Maybe there's another group of adventurers doing the same thing we're doing.
or they heard about us killing all them cultists and didn't want us to be able to come back.
Oh.
Not thinking that we had legs and able to walk back.
Nobody has those. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous.
We showed them.
Legs.
All right. So good news. Now all of us are no longer suspects.
Well, is Zanril still not a suspect?
Mm-hmm.
Where did no? Because we found Zanril in at the location.
Sure.
I'd like to point out that I was never a suspect.
I think you're
Well-
the biggest suspect of them all.
No, you were definitely a suspect until the shoe size didn't match.
Oh, we're talking about those people.
Lando's like, no, he's still definitely a suspect, guys. I don't know what for, but for something, for sure.
Yeah.
I can't believe that you would assume that I, BigYin, would do something despicable and nasty and underhanded. Me. How
Yeah, I
could
mean,
you
it's
say
so-
such a thing? Oi, demon! I accept the No, I'm kidding.
It's so weird. All y'all have been acting exactly the same way it's a very simple thing. Like
That would have been a great segue into fire and flame engulfs
Yeah,
BigYin's
exactly.
body. That would be
Fire
funny.
and flame engulf BigYin's body, and all you hear is burn as Ulrich suddenly bursts into flames. Now you
imagine
must
resist
all face
bursting into
me.
flames. Okay. So whoever came here, I think their main because they came here first, right? From what I can tell.
Yep.
So it looks like okay, I'll say this character. All right, it looks like they they came here specifically to do this, and then just took the magic items because you get it,
By
Lando.
opportunity.
Like, why not?
And you notice, Ulrich, as you're looking at this, they don't have any tracks going back. It seems like they went back on the same tracks they came in on.
Sure. I'm gonna do a investigation check here just to see if they like left anything behind, like
Sure.
any clues,
Sure.
like part of whatever they used,
Mhm.
like chipped off or something.
Sure.
Can I click the investigation button, please?
If only is available to you.
Well, confirmation's not coming up.
I would be really down for you guys to use your own cameras and just have dice rolls. We can all just see the dice rolls, and then we have to do the math.
Close the character sheet. Reopen the character sheet. Investigation. There we go.
No.
Yeah, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary.
All right.
I mean, obviously somebody did something to break up the circle, but there's no
Right.
clues left behind that would
Can I-
indicate as to what.
Can I actually at least try and see if it was magically broken or physically?
Roll Arcana, man.
Oh, come on, give me something.
12.
Mother.
There's trace amounts of magic, but you're not sure if it was used to break the circle or not.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm rolling like
I was
shit.
waiting
Hey, Lando.
Lando, you and BigYin are definitely magical in this room. Zanril, you're pretty confident is too.
Fucking
I love that Lando.
I gotta get my hand, foot, and my head in the game.
Lando is
of course.
definitely magical.
Yeah.
For sure. Zanril, yeah, with your 22, it looks like there was magic used to help break it, as well as used to help physically destroy it. So it was a mixture. It wasn't just magic to break the circle. It was a little bit of both.
Interesting.
But yeah, this thing is
Does
like
he say-
fully
does he
destroyed.
tell us this.
It's up to him. I'm not making a decision for him. But this thing is like fully broken. Like you could not reconstruct it in the current state that it's in. You'd have to like rebuild it somewhere else, or like break the earth fully, bring a new set of earth on top of it, and then redo it in that space.
I mean, I'm not too mad about it since we wanted to destroy this thing anyways at one point.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely helpful.
But
Definitely makes the town a little bit safer, that's for sure. Except for the
Still-
fact that now there's a group of 4 people with a bunch of magic items,
mm-hmm.
and it's not us.
And they
You
may
know
have
what,
been
Lando?
hostile.
Next time you're like, I want to ransack this magic item place, I might let you.
That's
Yeah.
that's the lesson learned here for sure. Yeah.
Is that a lesson you learned from all this?
Well, I mean, they couldn't be ransacked by someone
Well,
else if we did it, and we can
Yeah.
trust us mostly.
We could have just hold on to
think
him. Yeah.
That's just absurd.
Well, yeah.
It's like it's effectively saying, oh, in order to keep everyone else from doing something evil, I'll do something evil. That's just
Isn't
we
that
would've
kind of what we
depri-
do?
I mean, we'd have deprived Valivoe of his living. Who's to say that
We
this would
didn't
not
do
have
it.
been broken into?
Somebody else
I
did it.
mean, we also like kill people for the sake of other people.
Man, who cares if we, take a little off the top or don't take a little off the top? Because I definitely didn't take a little off the top.
Why are you
What do
saying
you
I took
say?
something off the top? God, guys, get off my
about?
back.
Yeah,
It obviously wasn't me.
yeah,
I was with you guys the entire time, wasn't I?
yeah. I was, except when I had to go return the key, which I didn't return.
Oh yeah.
Oh, now it makes sense why you still have the key. We were never supposed to go back to Valvo because he is supposed to have the key.
Well, I was supposed to return it at some point, but then we went off and started killing motherfuckers, so I haven't had an opportunity to do so. At least that's how I remember it.
I love
We
it.
dropped him off and then we left. and then this is the first time we
Yeah,
go back. So
that's
and
true.
he's gone, and he's dusted. So
No, he's not dusted. He's
well,
pretty
look
sure
at
He
that.
ghosted.
That's
He
true.
left.
he could be dead. You're not wrong. You
Yeah.
know what? Ulrich probably is like, no, that's a good point. He's
It's
probably
a
dead.
possibility for anybody that you aren't
It's
around.
dangerous out there. There's giants and shit.
Yeah, we live in a big world, especially for me and you.
Well, I guess
Yeah, I
bottom
get
line
it.
is next time we leave someone, we leave someone's shop behind. We should at least make sure that the things inside are protected.
Well,
I mean,
Whatever,
do. We locked
we
the
whatever.
door.
did lock the door.
Yeah, that's true.
We just he did have his own key. They told me they
Yeah.
had a spare. You were right.
I don't think this isn't our fault at all. It's his.
You know what? But still,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if we had taken all the magic items, we'd have them right now, and whoever these 4 folks are wouldn't. And I understand that's a leap of quite a leap there, BigYin. I get it. I'm not saying we should ransack every magic item store.
It seems to me that's exactly what you're saying.
I may be saying that a little bit.
I say that I agree with that statement.
Well, I don't think we're going to be finding anything else here.
And I don't think we need to agree at this point. So the question is, do we want to look into this more and try to figure out more about who could have been here? Or, I mean, I guess this is a good point to ask the whole question, what's our next step in general?
Honestly, I think our best bet will be finding more of these little teleport circles.
Okay.
Because they're going after them.
Well,
And
they
you know
may,
where there is one? The Bill's right.
Huh?
there was one.
Barge right.
Yeah. Barge right. The Barge right, not Bill's right. Barge right in, yeah. The sheriff, she had one in her office.
Connected to the snail, was it not?
Well, I mean, I don't know what it's connected to. It looked a lot like this thing.
I mean, just because there's a teleport circle doesn't mean that that they're all connected. It's not like a
Yeah.
network. As far as I know, teleport circles have an A and a B end, and they only go between those 2 places. It's not like I'm not sure if I can jump between multiple nodes unless it's designed that way.
Well, I definitely don't know if that's how it works, so
Oh,
your guess is as good as mine.
you didn't need to yell.
I'm not yelling. I'm just
I
pointing.
wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him. It got really loud there for a
Sorry.
again. Yeah, I forgive you.
I'm not meaning to yell, I swear.
He says, yelling at you even more. I don't want to yell. It's how I speak.
I'm just talking. I'm sorry.
This is my outside voice.
All right. Well, I think maybe the Wicker Man thing that might take priority here because a demon's gonna summon some powerful evil.
I mean, if it is a
That's-
demon.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
Yeah.
our assumption at this point, but
Well,
we-
from the way you described it, it sounded a lot like a demon's gonna summon an evil. But yeah, I mean, we can go check it out. Maybe enjoy a nice druidic ritual that does not end in tears. That'd be nice.
I mean, there's going to be a bunch of druids around too, huh?
Assuming.
Sound like they all going there, so might be worth seeing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I'm also very curious about what was going on here and who came in.
Maybe it'll swing us by the barge, right? And we can check out their portal, see if anything's come up.
Just kind of check in on it and see if it's still intact or if that has been broken in. Yeah, why not? I think on the
We
way
don't
out,
really got much else to go off of here. Some footprints of a humanoid size.
Fair. Should we invite the druids, the other druids, to ride with us in our cart then on the morrow? Since we are traveling together.
Yeah, I mean, it seems rude not to, unless they turn into like hawks or something and just fly away.
What if they're the flame
That's how I
golems that
do it.
explode? What if they explode
Yeah.
your guys' cart?
I don't think. Well, I guess Ulrich did help buy the cart. It's only like 5 gold.
Looks like it's not actually. It is there. There was the cost for me in that.
Still, yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
There's more
Well,
out there.
let's go back then, if we're done.
Yeah. Have them
Yeah.
lock up the place for whatever good that does.
yeah. Ron's just been waiting outside for you guys to come back. Don't worry, he didn't come down with you guys. Yeah, so y'all pop out. Euron's like, "Oh, you guys are done.
Yeah.
Did you find anything interesting?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Found enough. Not much, but something.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's 500 gold coins for you folks. 750 for everybody else. So, if you got anybody interested, let me know.
Yeah, will do.
He locks it up. He takes you guys back to Swing Sword. Yeah, and so you guys still have the rest of the afternoon to hang out and do stuff. Replenish equipment, get any of that stuff fixed up. If you wanted to, go talk to people, and then tomorrow morning seems to be when everybody's heading out.
DM, I just want to check. It still hasn't quite been long enough for me to check in with the guys with my tree boys to see if my staff is repaired.
So we talked about this, right? It's 2 days while the thing is up.
That's right.
So
I just
you
can't
can go
remember.
back anytime.
It's been 2 weeks, so
It's
been 2
been
weeks real time.
it's been. Oh, you mean like in our like real world? Yes, it's been 2
Yeah.
weeks in the real world.
Yeah, I just didn't remember.
Yeah. So just in game, it's just when you're inside the treehouse for 2 days total. In the treehouse time, because everything stops when you're not in the treehouse. That's when it'll be fixed.
Oh, so I have to stay in the treehouse for 2 days.
No, you just have
Yes.
to have the trios up, right?
Yeah. So you guys have done, I believe, 10 hours already. So you need 38 more hours.
Okay.
So it would probably be a smart thing while we're still are in town.
Nice.
You can just put up your
Well-
tree somewhere in the back and have it
Just
out.
go there.
Well, we're not going to do it today because we're leaving tomorrow and we've only done 10 hours. So we'll have to wait
Well-
another time.
Yeah, but if you
Well-
start it now,
You
you
can
have
get
the whole
at least,
afternoon
well,
and night.
No, I
Yeah.
can't because I only have one little sapling left.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's a good point. You got me.
So if we're doing it for the full 48.
Yep, you're right.
38 left. 38 left.
38.
38 left, but we might as well just pull a full 40. Oh, you might as well just do 40 and then leave and
Unless
know.
we need to go rob another magic shop. Or,
Facts.
you know,
What?
Facts.
Possibly.
Borrow.
I'll be
borrow.
right back. I'm just gonna mute
rob a
myself.
new magic
Yeah.
shop, and that's at night. So we don't. We could give back that extra 10. You know, start a little later. Whatever. Yeah. Trying to support.
Yeah, she's just trying to support the idea of looting every shop you can.
No, I just said one magic shop. Don't put words into my mouth.
For the greater good.
For the greater good, of course. Yes, for
The greater
the
good.
slaying of cultists. Cool. Well, yeah. Well, if you guys don't have anything else you want to do, you guys are more than welcome to restock on your items. Or did you guys want to do something?
yeah, I think it would be good. We wanted to check by the what's the location with the other circle again?
Barge right in.
Barge right. So
Oh, the
that's when,
barge.
once we travel out.
Oh, okay.
It was like kind of like a swing by back if you wanted to take that river back down. That was, I think, the idea.
Okay, that makes all sense now. So, yeah, no, nothing else for me.
Cool. Okay, cool. So what we can do is we can say you guys kind of replenish any tools and whatever. So Elwarin, Ulrich,
Got his arrows.
Lando,
What?
BigYin, Zanril, a gold for upkeep on just all your stuff.
Yep.
To get all your arrows and all that junk back.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Did I ever use one of those sucker arrows? I know I used the bob arrows. I don't remember if I used the sucker arrows.
Yep.
I did.
Mhm.
Okay, so maybe it might be worth for me just check in with the what was the guy's name again that I got him from?
Yeah, you want to go to the smithy.
Yeah, just to talk to him about those.
Mhm.
So I'll probably do that before we call it a night.
Sure. Are you guys
Anyway.
all going with him, or is it just Elwarin heading over there?
I'll go over there just to keep him company.
Okay. Anybody else?
It's the two of them. I would leave in their capable hands to.
I mean,
Not die.
you guys all probably need to get your stuff just like tweaked, right? Like all your weapons and stuff, just like resharpened or whatever.
And my ball is very sharp or shiny.
I mean, could be both. You could try to get a nice like sharp edge on there somehow, on the round
Nope.
ball. Won't be round
Get some
anymore.
spikes
but-
on it.
No. Why would
You
I
could
do
add. He did say you could add spikes to it. This guy did offer to add spikes to your ball.
that? No, he didn't.
He did.
Wait, did he? How did I even get this ball? Honestly, I
Stole it from a juggling zombie.
Really?
That you
Yeah.
guys killed. Yeah, you
thought-
like.
We killed the zombie who was
so-
juggling,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
took
yeah.
his ball.
I made it a metal ball because why would I take a fucking, just hacky sack or whatever the dude is.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a metal ball. Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah. All right, I remember. That was back in my improv days when I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
He says like the DM knows when anything's happening. Cool. All right. So are you guys? So I guess quick to
Yeah,
reiterate.
we might as well. I'll go
Right,
then.
So we'll put all you guys there. Cool. Yeah. So Tantor's like, yes, Elwarin, welcome back.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How did those arrows go for you, good sir?
Yeah, they're pretty fun. No
Got any
complaints.
more ideas?
Whew. Plenty of ideas, probably, but I mean, they seem to definitely cause some troubles to the people that got hit by him.
Interesting. How do those sucker arrows work out for you?
No, that's what I was talking about.
Well, like they never tried to pull it out, right? So you never got to see the pull out for the extra damage
Oh,
effect.
they didn't. Right, that's what it was.
But the
Yeah.
the barbed arrows definitely made them go slower.
Well,
like
the-
that's
the-
how you.
Well, the bob arrows I got from somewhere else,
Yep.
anyways, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so the sucker arrows, you didn't see the pull out mechanic,
Okay.
but it definitely
what it
did
was.
like stick and get stuck in there. You saw.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I didn't see anybody try to remove these arrows.
I don't
But
know why
they-
you say unfortunately. That sounds like fortunate for you. That means they're dead, right? Like you killed them.
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I mean, eventually, yes, but the whole point of these arrows is to cause some extra pain,
Okay.
which
okay.
I
Yeah,
did
that's
not
true.
get to experience. If that's the case,
That's true. That's true.
These people did, or these creatures that we were fighting at that point did not get to attempt to pull these out. So,
Okay. Okay.
but they did get stuck pretty solidly. So,
Okay. Okay. Um. Oh, you got some new arrows on there, huh?
yeah, I just recently purchased some new arrows.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, if you
I
got any
got-
more ideas for like fun arrows, there's a couple different things I was thinking about. Feel free to bring it on by. We can see if we can get something going for this. Maybe like
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
maybe like a pronged arrow that could be interesting.
Okay.
Maybe ones that
Um,
have like they're like thicker, like the arrowhead is thicker and it's like smaller bits. Like maybe that'd be good for hunting, like small game, so you don't have to break the whole arrowhead off or anything like that. I don't know, got a couple ideas.
I'll definitely think about that. I have to say that I did enjoy these bobbed arrows. I have one left of those. Those are very helpful in situations.
Oh, do you mind like letting me look at it? Maybe I can whip something up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of takes it from you. He's like, oh yeah, oh yeah. And the difference between the barbed arrows and regular arrows is they're a little bit longer in the shaft, and the arrowhead is kind of it's kind of like almost like a corkscrew shape. So it kind of really digs in as the arrow's spinning in the air, as it like kind of digs into the flesh, and then it kind of digs into the ground as it goes through. And he's like, interesting. I never would have thought of doing something like this. Yeah. Are you guys gonna be at the swinging sword?
Definitely
Yeah.
for the night.
Yeah, I'll bring a set over when I think I'm done.
Awesome, that's cool. The other thing I was thinking about is, so I just this one error, this amber error, I just get my whole hands on, and we've been in situations before where it's thinking maybe just an arrow that's capable of being lit on fire and burn longer. It's kind of like a way of attaching some
Oh, yeah.
material to it.
Yeah. So you're thinking about having? Do you still want it to pierce into them, or do you just want it to be like you set things on fire with it?
Yeah, it's more like a set things on fire situation.
Oh, yeah. And he kind of goes to the back and he pulls out 10 arrows that he has. They are dull, they're not pointed tips.
Mm-hmm.
They are dulled tips, but they seem to be wrapped with some kind of substance, and it's sticky. And he says, "Yeah, you just light this on fire, either through magic or through a torch of some kind, and this thing will burn for about 2 to 3 hours."
Okay. That's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, I can sell you the 10 of these for like 5 silver.
Oh, yeah, I'll take them.
Yeah. We'll call this, okay. Between you and me, this hasn't seen like real live use. This is just like my test stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So 5 silver because you're like helping me test these.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'll come back and let you know how these work.
Cool, sweet, thank you. Yeah, so you can
What
use
do we
these.
call this?
Yeah, see, well, fire starters.
Not fire shot.
Nope, because it's not actually like doing damage. It like helps you start a fire.
So flint.
Nope, we're just
Flint shot.
Sure, flint shot. We can call it that. That's what we're doing from now on. Listen, the frost shot just came to me. Okay, I don't need to be bullied for that one mislip. Okay.
I'm afraid you don't know how this works.
Yeah. So yeah, you can call it fire starter. You can call it flint shot, whatever you want to call it. What it does is we'll do with a bonus action. You can light these things on fire, and you can shoot it. It won't do damage to a target. Like you won't be able to hit a person and like light them on fire. But you could light like inanimate objects, like a pile of wood,
Yeah.
something else that you guys have like set up.
Let's say someone had tossed an oil flask at a person first.
Then yes, you could light that oil on fire.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, correct.
Exactly. Okay, cool.
It's really been Ulrich's problem with the oil is he doesn't have an easy way to light a fire.
I know. We just had that situation on the boat where we at least consider that option, and I was like, well, it would be nice to have an arrow on fire because I can shoot very far. So.
Not wrong. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
I've thought about lighting stuff on fire a lot, and I'm like, I could get like the flint and steel out, and then that'll probably not work. And now I'm in the fire because, yeah.
Yeah, so it comes with a little like metal piece that you attach to your quiver, and what you pretty much do is you just slide the fabric. That's like it's kind of like that sticky. It's a weird substance. You're not quite sure what it is. You kind of just slide it on it, and it starts a small, quick little fire on the tip of the arrow, and then that'll just slowly as like the longer you hold it for, like the bigger the flame will get, and then it'll last supposedly for 2 to 3 hours. So it could also duel as a torch if you guys run out of torches for some reason.
Yeah, or if we, for some reason, are not able to light a campfire.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to like put a damper on the design, but like traditionally when flame arrows were made, you basically used a different arrowhead and you would tie cloth around behind the arrowhead and then ignite it because you wanted to keep the balance of the shot, and you'd basically soak them in oil, light them right before you shot them, because otherwise the archers would have their hands burned. So it's just something to remember that it's like
it's on the tip of the arrowhead. It's not like
Okay.
in the background.
Aren't these
Okay.
magic arrows too?
No, they're not magical, but it's the cloth that he's talking about, like, soaking in oil. This cloth is kind of
Yeah.
like pre-soaked
The
in a
Molotov
special
arrow.
kind of it's kind of like a Molotov arrow, right? It's like
Mm.
pre-soaked in a special substance. You guys aren't sure quite what it is yet. I'm sure if you guys took some time to inspect it, you guys could figure it out. We'll just say you guys do that because you guys are bored for the rest of the day. You find out it's a mix of like a black soot-like powder, which we would akin to this world almost like gunpowder, but not quite, and oil and dirt. The oil
Sounds
and the
good to
dirt,
me.
the oil and the dirt kind of help keep it going. And then as soon as it catches into the gunpowder, that's what ignites the flame.
Okay.
And then the oil and
cool.
the dirt kind of just hold it together and keep it burning. So that was the design behind the arrow in my head. So it's still at
Sounds
the
a lot
top.
like gun cotton. Sounds like gun cotton.
Similar, yeah.
Yeah, basically, otherwise known as nitrocellulose.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so yeah, you guys spend the rest of your time kind of in the shop just getting your weapons and your armor kind of repaired and kind of fixed, which just costs you guys the standard upkeep of 1 gold. And then, you guys are able to relax in the swinging sword for the rest of the day if you'd like, or if you guys want to do anything else, you're more than welcome to.
All right, let's go back to pub.
Yeah, I think it's a good time for a drink.
Yeah, enjoy that time off when we can get it.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so you guys are kind of hanging out, chilling at the bar, chillaxing, relaxing.
Sit by the fire in the comfy chair.
Yeah. And during this time, you get to level up. So
Shit.
yeah, so
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
So
You're in trouble now, DM.
you say that, we'll find out. Like I said, the higher end levels you guys get, the bigger, badder things get thrown at you. So yeah, cool. So we will end the recording there. We'll end the stream there. It was fun. Thank you guys for joining. But yeah, what we can do is level this up off of after all that. So yeah, have a good one, guys.